if you, uh, they got good wings. We should have. Button. I hit the button. We should have. Okay, we start. Oh, Jesus. I don't think they can. So anyway, you can't hear the others yet. But today is the day, chat. We are going to review Boonboomger, and to fit the racing theme, it's time. I I got it. I got into the beta. We're going racing. We're going racing. We're racing, boys. Let me just do a quick little show off of what we're going on. Honestly, you probably got an Asian code, so so yeah, it goes away tomorrow anyway. True that. But, hey, the six Oni are cool, man. They I'm just defending because people hate them. They were good. They were nobody really likes Lisa. Yeah, yeah, no, not you. This is for everybody else who hate the Deadly Six, the Zeti who live on another planet within the atmosphere of big old Earth. All right, so yeah, these are all the characters. I just want to show off that. Yeah, so far we got a lot, I guess. Don't look at my stuff. Uh, Look at all these cars. Look at all these cars that I could probably make, but I don't want to make it a retro car and just give it to Frag because he's the retro guy. Future, retro, future, yeah. And then we have the Mirage Blade. That's a the Hyper Scorpion. Just I could make these, but I kind of don't want to. This definitely belongs to Zaz. You got the handle. You can tell whose car is whose. Honestly, this is gonna be. I can tell. We got a Motobug car, so like that's adorable. Yeah, I'm showing stuff off. But yes, today is the Boonboomger review. Look here. It's my boy Knuckles, you know, that's his car. This belongs to Omega. Cause he decides I'm gonna drive a tank. I ain't mad at it. Th- This this just confuses me. Like who wanted this? Now this I just like the reference. Good job, Eggman. And the extreme gear are coming. They already showed us that. Let me change this. I am not Knuckles. I could just do this based on it. Alright. Alright. So yeah, I decided to make fit the racing theme because we're talking about Boom Boonger today. So, what's up, Jukebox? What's up, Frag? And welcome. Also, you notice Frag has a new name now. He's got upgraded. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Oh, no, I'm gonna make these cars. Wait, before we jump into anything though, here. So before we jump into anything crazy, we got news. Oh, word? That's kind of funny. Hey, hold on. Hold on. Wait hold on, fellas. Alright. I'm trying to make sure I can hear y'all because that wasn't working for some reason.
Wait, it wasn't?
No, it wasn't. Speak again?
Test 1 2 1 2.
There we go.
Okay, I can hear me.
We're
Okay.
good. We're good. Alright. Sorry about that, fellas. I did not notice the time mess up with that. The sound messed up. But hey, back now. Repeat the news real quick, Frag. What you noticed?
About the demos and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Before.
Oh yeah, Steam is doing a Next Fest thing, so there's a bunch of demos for interesting stuff. Highly recommend checking out Doll's Nest
Okay.
because it's an Armored Core game. If it used a world traversal and progression setup more like Dark Souls,
Alright.
the dream. Um, Also, the Rusty Rabbit demo is I have not actually played yet. I haven't had time, but I will eventually have time. Yes. Yup.
Okay, so we had those, and then I mentioned the Armor Core. We mentioned it last week, but Armor Core is coming to PlayStation 5 just for Frag, since Frag wasn't here. We talked about that, so.
I'll be interested to see if they do any native analog support, because the originals do not. They were made for PlayStation 1 with just D-pad
Alright.
and shoulder buttons. for movie.
Unknown. So we'll have to wait
Uh,
till they come out.
I think the prior PlayStation Classics release might have already had analog support. I'm not sure, but I know 2 got it with the PSP release, but I don't know for sure about 1.
All right. Well, I guess staying on the topic of gaming news, we got some games that were announced. I don't know who asked for these. Let's start with the first one, I guess. The Phantom is getting a game.
Yeah, it is for reasons.
As I said, I don't know who asked for these, but
I'm not complaining, but I don't understand how or why. But okay. And it's a beat 'em up. It seems classy. I'm here for it.
and then the other one of who asked for this is Samurai Pizza Cats. Okay.
So
Sure.
I asked for that actually. So you have me to
All
thank.
right. He admits it.
I never thought that this day would come. More to the point, what a killer trailer. So they're
That is a pretty good trailer.
basically the art assets are all hand drawn. They're doing that. They're getting most of the old voice cast, bar the people who've died or contractually can't. The intro video, the preview video is great. Like I thought it was just stock footage that they were attaching a dub onto, and I was
Mhm.
like, oh okay, that's cool. But then the big cheese grabs the 4x3 black bars on the side and then like wrenches them out of position, and I'm like, oh my god. like I missed it the first time, and then I watched it again and was like, wait a minute, that's illegal. You can't do that. You broke the rules. There's a
You can't
sacred
rip out the
covenant,
bonds
sir.
of your reality.
We had a sacred covenant, my friend. You cannot do this thing. I was very impressed, suffice it to say. So yeah, because it looks like the art style, the coloring, and everything. I'm just like, yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
the
I
80s.
don't
I was
know
there.
why they're putting so much effort into it, but good on them.
Yeah. It's the same publisher, not same dev studio. The dev studio has like one game to their name that nobody played. Um, but the publisher is the same one that's releasing the upcoming, whenever it comes out, Blackfinger Jet, which is as close as we're going to get to a modern Metal Slug title, which I'm very excited for because I love me my scrolling beat 'em up, shoot 'em up things that make me pump quarters. So many quarters.
Nice.
Quarters, oh god, I can't see the quarters. Where's all my money? It's gone. I went to the laundromat. It's all gone.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's traumatized.
All right. I missed the days of arcades. I was just too young and
He's
lived in the
traumatized.
middle of nowhere. So.
So there's that, and what else did we have? What else did we have? Oh, for movie news, Captain America: Brave New World is out. That came out last week.
That's a loaded title.
It is. Very loaded title.
If you know, you know, and if you don't, well, let's just say bad things.
Honestly, they could have went with World Order. I think that was the original title, but yeah, that wasn't. But I heard good things about the film, so yay.
I have not seen it yet. I forgot. I forgot that it came out.
If Blue popped in, he'll probably tell you it was good, cause he did see it.
All right.
So he'll probably pop in later, probably. Okay, let's see. Oh, Human Torch and The Thing have hit Marvel Rivals.
So we can finally be the Fantastic Four.
Full
But
Fantastic
But there
Four.
is no Victor Von Doim.
Not yet. Blade's coming, I guess. We're like Blade.
Why are we getting Blade before Vic? I'm sorry. Like, I like Blade. Blade's great, but come on, man.
Like Doom.
They were teasing Doom from the very start, and he's still not here.
Frag wants to be the king of Latveria.
Oh, listen, man. Latveria needs me.
Until you know he's about to get married, and then Johnny sleeps with his wife, or to be
Yeah,
wife.
so fuck all that.
That was Namor's laughter killed me.
Yeah, well, Namor has absolutely no ground to stand on.
Honestly,
No legs. No legs to stand on.
absolutely.
I hope Reed Richards' kid lights him on fire literally forever.
I don't think Namor needs to stand on anything because he has wings on his ankles.
Yes, well, here's the fun fact.
Here's the thing.
I'm gonna cut off his legs because the wings are attached to those. Just saying.
I'm just saying.
My
Here's the
mother was
thing.
a gypsy, and yo ass is
Oh,
grass.
Damn.
wait a second. I don't know if we can say that. Anyway,
Too late.
no,
It's been
no,
said.
it's been said.
She
Twitch.
was. That's canon. That's canon. Unless the
It
is
is.
canon.
It is canon. It is canon. Other than that,
She's
what
a
else do we
gypsy
have?
witch that
What
did
else?
things. I think she cursed him to be successful, as I recall. That was the thing. That was the deal.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's kind of like if anybody's watched Code Geass, you've got characters who are like literally contractually obligated by the laws of the universe that they cannot die.
always
Like
just
they're not. It's not like immortality, like they could be killed, but they just aren't allowed to die. Like they won't allow themselves to go quietly and do that good night. So they do like complete sanity breaking bullshit, like doing like a roundhouse kick 50 times through the air
Can
for
I
no reason.
can I real quick say shout out to whoever's doing the models at Sega right now for this game, because the mouth is in the middle. It is not a side mouth. I hate that so much. You can
The
see it.
side mouth.
You can see it
Well,
on.
because it's a 3D model. The side mouth doesn't work if it's a 3D model. It only works
Tell
on a 2D plane.
no, they
Doesn't
keep doing it. They keep doing it regardless. It's so weird.
You mean like Knuckles has, like right now? I'm
Yeah,
looking at Knuckles.
yeah. You see Knuckles. Sonic has it right here on his art. So does Knuckles, and so does Shadow. It's so weird. It is so weird. Sega, stop with the side mouth. I understand why you do it for like screenshots and stuff, but the side mouth is ugly in 3D, especially when you don't move the mouth in certain scenes when they talk. You don't move the mouth, so it's just like, where is he talking from? Where's his mouth at? It's not there. Don't do that. Keep the mouth in the middle. Anyway,
Echo has a bone to pick.
that's that. As a person who likes to draw, it just irritates my soul. All right, so there you go. Anyway, tangent aside, we do have more gaming.
There's more gaming things I can find.
There
Like a
was-
Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii has released.
Oh, that's right. That's out. I should
Yeah.
probably play.
If you want to be Goro in Hawaii as a pirate, there you go.
There's something else that I'm forgetting. Oh, so
Dragon Ball The Breakers has Golden Frieza now,
Yep.
apparently.
they basically tweaked Frieza so you can add his golden form instead of
Right, I thought Frieza was already in the game. I wasn't sure if it was like new character or just updating. But
yeah, it was
okay,
just updating Frieza. There was something. Oh, Fatal Fury City of Wolves beta is up too. Give that a try.
Oh,
I thought it was
that.
neat. I thought it was neat. Something else I'm forgetting. Oh well, I'll remember it by the time the show ends.
If you want a Magician's Valkyria statue, it's coming. Peachy asked for
Yeah.
one, and it is now coming. So, took a couple years, but you know, ask and you shall receive, I guess.
I remember. It's related because Sonic's on the screen. But comic news. Marvel and DC are doing crossovers again? Question mark.
Question mark.
I wasn't prepared for it. I just hope it's fun. You don't have to make a whole versus type series. We don't need enough. We got enough as it is for power scales to feed on for years. We just make a fun little adventure. That's all I want.
Or you can do more amalgams.
That too.
Cool.
I'll go
I kept
with
looking at my wrong email. I did get a code.
Then there's what else? Oh, speaking of DC, the third issue of the Sonic crossover has been, like, the summary has come out, So I'm guessing how it's the summary goes. The Justice League is gone, so Sonic and crew step in to help out. It, all right. Based on the costumes, um, Gotham City's in trouble because Shadow's Batman.
When isn't Gotham City in trouble? Like,
Yeah, but like
let's just be real here.
This is Shadow doing Shadow things in Gotham City. Somebody gonna be very upset trying to deal with Batman, and then he just teleports and freezes time. Flash
The
villains
day
gotta
Gotham
deal.
City is at peace is the day hell freezes over. I'm just saying.
Oh, apparently, absolute Mr. Freeze looks like a SCP monstrosity.
Why?
I don't know.
Why did you do that to Victor, dude? What did Victor do wrong?
He let his wife die, I think.
Isn't his whole point is that he doesn't let his wife die? That's kind of
He keeps
kind of his
trying
whole
not
shtick.
to, but he screwed up.
He screwed the pooch on that one.
True.
He's done the bad thing. He's bad.
So, again, based on costumes, Shadow's gonna have fun in Gotham City. Flash villains are gonna just deal with Sonic like how they deal with Mary or Wally.
Which is to say, not at all.
Yeah,
Most of the time.
they're just good.
They're just gonna get schooled and housed and generally have their day ruined.
Yeah, pretty much. Tails is just gonna be in the Watchtower because he's cyborg. So, yay, I guess.
Cool.
Poor Silver.
Good
He's
to know
gotta
they like Tails.
be Green Lantern. So poor Silver.
Why is that bad?
Cause I don't think he's ready for that.
Well, okay. Which lantern is he partnered with?
Oh, there's a good question.
That's a good question. We'll find out.
It's probably everyone's resident redhead.
Nathan
Nah.
Fillion?
Nah,
The one who's the actual worst.
Nah, no way. No way. No way. Amy's Wonder Woman, so she's gonna struggle. She's gonna have a fun time. Granted, she's strong. Like, physically, she's probably, like, the second strongest in the main group, but that's besides the point. She gonna struggle. Okay. And then Knuckles gets to be Superman. Have fun, Knuckles. Have fun. I'm sorry, bro. He's gonna be cooked.
I mean, the only reason he got it is because he flies with his arms extended. It's really good. It's unfortunate. Now, what's going to be really funny, though, is people are going to whip out Kryptonite. He's going to be like, that's mine. Give it back. I'm taking this. It is my Chaos Emerald.
I'm sick. No, because imagine Luther really pulls that out. Like,
Oh,
Luther
he'll do
pulls
it,
that
too.
out. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, Superman, but Kryptonite gonna work. Then Knuckles takes that. I need my Master Emerald Shard. Thank you.
Give me this.
It's like, wait, what?
Fine.
Like, whoa, Superman, you're not like this. I can deal with the whole short and red thing. I'm just gonna assume that's magic. Why are you touching Kryptonite like that? It's gonna be funny. I'm just worried for Gotham because Shadow's already pissed off and he has a gun, apparently.
Wait, what?
No, Shadow.
It's
And
Shadow.
Laura, yeah, Shadow and lore wise, he uses guns sometimes.
I know about this. Shadow's
yeah.
entire shtick in
Yeah.
Shadow the Hedgehog was Shadow has a gun.
Yeah.
But he's also Batman, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, Batman has
All
used
right.
guns before.
Okay.
If he pull out a gun,
I guess
I'm
the
sorry.
Shadowness overwhelms
Listen,
the
he's-
Batmanness.
Dude, he's
Okay.
going to pull out a gun, and Batman villains are going to be like, hold up, boss. I did not sign up for this. The entire point is you break all my limbs, not shoot me to death.
I mean, he did kill the entire Jackal squad, which is why Infinite is the way it is. So, like, all right. Sonic Forces lore.
Nice.
No batarangs, just chaos spears. People getting hurt. I just can't. Like,
Wait,
this is gonna be funny interaction.
Does Shadow still have chaos control
Yes.
as Batman?
Yes.
Then he just wins.
Like he doesn't need an emerald to do it, but it's not as effective. It's just like short distances that he can see.
I mean, he still wins.
Yeah.
He has chaos control.
By a lot. Like,
So-
it's not close.
Until he encounters Joker or Scarecrow.
What
No,
is
actually,
Joker gonna do against Chaos Control?
I was about to say Joker toxins or like fear toxins, but I'm like, wait a minute. He's the ultimate life form.
Chaos Control.
That won't
I'll
work.
tell you what he's gonna do. Die.
No, I forgot toxins don't work on him because of his biology, how he was created.
Sure.
It's true. It's true.
I believe that.
They even made a point of that. So yeah, no, Batman who can't get affected by yeah, bye Gotham. He's gonna give the cowl back to Batman, and then he's just gonna look at him like, yeah, you could do better. You could do better for the city. Unless Joker says Maria and makes Shadow freak out or something. Oh, this is gonna be a fun.
Wouldn't that be more Scarecrow with the fear toxin?
He can't be affected by that though.
Except he's modified it, so now he can.
Oh Lord, let's not do that.
Listen, it's all in the pursuit of a narrative.
Yeah, that's true. This is
Somebody
just
said
gonna
it
be
was a
fun.
good narrative.
This is just
that
gonna
was
be a
the
fun
pursuit.
little silly crap. I've talked about this long enough. Just know it's coming, and I can't wait to see how this goes. Cause ain't no way Darkseid pulled up for the Chaos Emeralds. I can't. Oh. Okay. What other news we got? I'm sorry.
Okay. I thought I remembered. Right, I do remember something. Was there anything else?
Oh.
I think we're out of things gaming wise, maybe.
Did we
unless
talk
you got
about
something.
the Power Rangers game updating?
No, we have not talked about that.
Okay, yeah. So they updating the game. Some of the the biggest thing is online multiplayer goes from 2 to 6 within the spring. That's their timetable.
That's what their timeline was.
Yeah.
I also want to point out in the statement that they released saying that they were like, yeah, you guys all asked for it. We think it's going to be best if you just stick with 2 people like we wanted, but you asked for it, so...
Like...
Well, no, this was their... I mean, they said before the game released that was the plan, but they didn't have the...
They was, but they couldn't get it to work, and I'm just saying the statement sounded more like, we give up. We can't make this work as well as we want it to, so...
Look,
here you go.
I'm sorry, but TMNT was a great beat 'em up. It spoiled us. Okay? You have one job now to live up to that. People will buy the game. Hopefully now. And we can get other
I'm just hoping the connection doesn't absolutely suck. But
yeah,
because
if it does,
it will. It's fine.
Hey, Ninja Turtles will let people drop out if their connection was really bad. Like, hey, bro, you're lagging. Oh, he's gone. Oh well. We should replay that game again. It was so fun. Anyway, I believe.
Especially now that there's like more characters since the last time we played.
Yeah. I think that's it. No? I believe that's everything.
There were I remember we do have a little bit of Toku stuff.
Okay.
We got leaks.
Oh, we do have.
We got leaks for Valen's final form, and I believe he's a new guy.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Bake, I think.
Boom.
So we got Valen's frappe form.
We've got too many forms.
He has 3.
Too many
4.
riders.
He has 4.
We have too many riders. We should only have 2. Bring back 2 riders only, please. Thank you. And goodbye. Less merch means better story. I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna get into an argument with the old man today. I'm gonna do my best not to.
Back in my day.
Exactly. Give me a second. I'm trying to make sure I have that Bake is correct.
Redeemed the code.
I'm correct. It is Bake.
Downloaded.
So Bake is using a cookie form. Evil cookies. Evil cookies. I believe Bitter Gav can also use the cookie form.
So we're just gonna do with evil clones. Gav, you're doing so well. Let's keep.
We already did evil clones. We already have evil clones. We've jumped that shark.
Yeah,
they've
so we're
they've
doing
kind of been laissez-faire about it too. They're like, oh
there.
yeah, incidentally, there's like a zillion of me. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, I'm very worried about that. Actually, can we go back to that? I appreciate that right now, bros are having a moment, but can we really just talk about that for like 5 seconds? Because you just kind of dropped that on us out of absolutely goddamn nowhere, and I have opinions, and I think you might have to acknowledge that there are ramifications to this sort of thing.
Yeah,
What are you doing, guys?
I just didn't expect that many if the other evil Valen's a clone.
Literally all of them. Literally uncountable. They are, in fact,
I mean,
legion.
evil Gav. Valen is just Valen's going through his edgy arc right now.
I meant
So.
Bake or whatever his name is.
Oh, Bake.
He's
I
just
don't know
not
if Bake
Valen.
is a clone. Honestly, my best guess right now is Bake is just the professor dude, Suga.
It's a good
That's a good
good
guess.
guess. It's either that or gonna be one of the family. We just
Yeah, either Neil
don't
or
know who
Lango.
yet. Alright, I'm losing my mind, Echo. I'm losing my mind. I redeemed the code, Echo.
Oh, I see. We're trying to get. That's why we're not racing. We're trying to get Fraggin on the race.
I redeemed the code, and
Oh.
it is not available. Like, I cannot find the thing to download it. Where do I go for that? I'm in the PlayStation Store. Library. It's not there.
Just to distract users,
Maybe
Astrobot's still great. We
yeah.
have more Astrobot. Go play
maybe
Astrobot.
I don't know. I don't know. Is it PS5 only? I don't know.
Maybe it's PS5 only. That might be it.
Um,
Because it showed up. Like, it showed a title card and everything, but it's just gone.
yeah.
PS5. Oh well. I tried.
You're appreciated. Oh, after Bake, I think the Gotchard graduations and the Arcs movie are in theaters in Japan right now.
Correct.
I heard Arcs movie made people cry, so I don't know how to take that. Was it so good they cried, or were they upset that they cried? I don't know. I hope it was so good that they cried because of the ending. I don't know. That's my
Let me
little.
see. Arc the movie.
He
Yep,
gets a
Arc
new
the movie came out yesterday.
he gets a new form in that, right? Because I'm seeing like Saturn armor or something like that.
That was from the stage show.
Okay.
But if he gets in the movie, that'd be okay.
Alright, because like all his forms suck. I'm sorry, Arc. I really didn't care too much for Arc. It's not even a bad show.
Oh. Okay, I just looked it up on the wiki and I found something interesting. This film is the first to depict an Ultraman shedding tears. I don't know why. This is the first film to depict an Ultraman shedding tears, but
Huh.
apparently it is.
They don't have lacrimal glands, so.
Yeah, maybe he's imagining he can cry?
Maybe.
I wonder if his boyfriend dies.
I don't know.
I almost called him Shoma. Nah, Yuma, look, if your boyfriend dies, you can cry. It's okay. Y'all both love coffee together, you know? Anyway, is that all we have? I can't think of anything else.
Oh, I was saying Astrobot. Astrobot new levels. They've included Dark Cloud. Tone is in the game now. Yay, Tone from Dark Cloud.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay. I just like it because Dark Cloud representation. So there we go.
Like Dark Cloud quite a bit.
Yeah. They had Maximilian from 2 in the base game, and they just added Tone in the newest level. So yay, more Dark Cloud.
How about just, maybe if Sony would like get off its stuff and start making, instead of like a hey, remember this game, and instead make more games.
We talked all about
in these series. Maybe we could do that. Like, I appreciate you, Astrobot, but like, it's sort of like, hey, look at these things that we're doing nothing with. And I'm like, could you please? Thanks. I had good memories of that thing. You're right. You want to know
Oh,
why? Because it was a game. Shitheads.
yeah. I
Fucking, what are you doing?
believe that's everything.
We're getting the next Returnal game, Returnal 2. Well, it's called Saros, but it's Returnal 2, so
Yeah.
we're working on that. I don't know if Frag has any opinions about that, but it's a game.
Returnal was cool, I guess. I enjoyed the PC version.
I'm going to start it recently.
Good.
Racing time. Okay, I'm out of news, I think.
The only thing
Anyone
I
else
can
have
really
anything?
say is we talked about it before, Sub-Zero's in Fortnite, and for some reason Fortnite's
True.
doing a rap beef with T-Pain.
Can we not?
I
Like,
don't
all-
understand this marketing, but it's hilarious to me because T-Pain. I want more T-Pain music. That's it. That's it. That's all I got.
Like all of Fortnite?
Not
he's
all
having a
Fortnite.
rap beef?
No, just one of the characters in the battle pass.
Okay.
Apparently, it started because they were in the club drinking pickle juice, and then T-Pain ate some pickles, and he was like, he ate my family. So I got beef, and he stole like 15 of his beats and started dissing him on those beats. And T-Pain's like, I got a response. Nah, he got a little too personal. He said, my last album ain't selling shit. Nah, man. I'm like, okay. What are we doing? I don't
What
know.
are you talking about? I got
I don't
very
know
lost
either.
very quickly.
Fortnite.
Did like a 5-year-old come up with this concept? I'm confused. Is there any literary
it is
endeavor here?
Fortnite. What do you expect?
Something that
Nothing.
might involve
I expect nothing from
intellectual
Fortnite.
Yeah, pretty
engagement
much.
whatsoever.
Eh.
You know, for someone who has an attention span greater than 3 seconds, I guess. Maybe.
Well, I'm sorry, my attention span is trash.
Well, I'm sorry. It's obviously not because I've heard you rant about Valvarad, and that takes quite.
Valorant sucks, okay? He's garbage. Bonzo beans. If.
But you see, because you recognize him as garbage, you have an attention span longer than 3 seconds, Fragments.
Don't
This
help
isn't
the
about
old
winning.
man. Don't help the old man. Don't help the old man. Anyway.
This is
that's
about
it.
how much Valvarad sucks. This is what
Yeah,
this
right?
is.
We jumped
Win,
Valorant.
lose, we all. Never mind. Hate Valvarad.
Sucks. Anyway, moving on. So, as I do this race, it's time to begin our Boonboomger review in retrospective.
We're going straight into it.
Yeah,
Okay,
we go
cool.
straight in. We're going in. We yapped long enough.
We will continue to because we have things to talk about with Boonboomger. You know, I just realized this is the second time we've done a racing game while recapping a Sentai series.
Seriously?
Did a Sonic racing game.
Huh.
Remember Zenkaiser? We did it with Blaze. Blaze really wanted to do Sonic racing,
Oh!
and we did.
I let Blaze get away with a lot.
True.
See how nice I am to the mascot chat.
Alright, so, Boonboomger, where are we starting?
Alright, so first...
What do we want to talk about first?
First things first. Let's talk about... We're gonna talk about the arcs. Each lap in general. So let's start with lap 1 in our introduction to the Boom Boom crew.
Alright, lap 1.
So, how did y'all like lap 1? Frag, Jukebox, I'll let either one go first.
Lap 1 was a fairly solid start to the series. Like, it introduced our characters very well. It introduced Team Rocket and Madrex as our main villain there, our main general for the arc. Madrex is one of my personal favorites, so Madrex is dope. But oh yeah, very solid start. They had some really good action scenes in there as well. A lot of the things they did with the tires was pretty clever, especially in that early arc when they had the budget to show off a bunch of cool shit. I don't think we got introduced to the BBG until lap 2, so nothing to mention there yet. We'll get there.
There was something early on, like in the first 10 episodes, where they name drop it.
Yeah, I think they named
In
dropped
reference to Boondario, I think.
it. Yeah.
Well, if they
Or
did,
did he
then
not do any of his origin story thing until afterwards? I can't
don't
remember now. It's been a bit.
specifically remember it till sometime in lap 2, but I could
I think
be
they
wrong.
go a little bit more in depth on it in Act 2, but yeah, I believe they
They
talk
might have
about
name dropped it in Act 1 and then went into depth about what it actually is in lap 2. That may be it.
I'm getting
Anyway,
into
we
it.
got that. I mean, yeah, it was fairly solid all around. A lot of the monsters of the week were pretty cool. Remember Clock Guy? Clock Guy straight up murdered people. He sliced an entire plane in half. People
Yeah.
died.
Yeah, he got
People
a body
died.
count. His body count. Not good.
Man, remember
Not particularly.
when like planes weren't colliding and exploding in midair and crashing on landing all the time? Remember a year ago when like we could like almost make fun of that and stuff? Man, those were good times.
Were they?
Ugh.
No,
Yeah.
because we were going because our election cycle had ramped up and things really sucked.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we were enjoying Ultraman Blazar at that point, so
Fair enough.
it wasn't all bad.
There was
Yeah, it's PS5 only. It's okay. I won't cry. I have it. I
Damn.
found it, but I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
No, nah, it's okay.
Craig's gonna hunt down sick. Don't worry, they said they're gonna do another one.
As long as
Don't
there's
give
one
him hope.
PC. Don't give him hope. Oh, fuck off. Give him hope. I'll find you.
I mean, normally you would be the one to say something like that, so.
Yes, you're right. I know, which is mostly why I'm saying fuck off. Because, yes, that's my line. He's stealing my bit. Make it stop. Oh, right. So there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection coming out.
Oh yeah. I forgot
Right,
just
I
got all
was
the
going to
Game
mention
Boy-
that until it actually came out, but yes, we known about
Yeah,
that.
there's so there's it's in 4 days. So
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
like
Oh, yeah,
all
it
the-
is. It is in 4 days.
It's like all the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. I think it's or nearly near as damn it. It's most
Correct.
of them.
It is
It is-
most of the Game Boy Advance games, and I think some of the. I think there's a couple of NES titles, maybe.
I didn't
Right,
know
it's
there were
forbidden-
NES titles. If there were, then maybe.
Let
Because
me.
pixel art looks like my gut says Game Boy, but it could be NES. I don't know. That's black and white. That's Game Boy. That's in color, but the shading screams Game Boy. That looks like Game Boy Color. Well, that could be NES. No, that's too rich a color palette for NES. That's Game Boy Advance.
Nope, they are all Game Boy Advance. I'm looking. I'm literally. I'm looking at the list.
Yeah,
They're all
none of
either
the,
Game Boy or Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, none of the PS1, PS2
Yeah.
titles. But that's maybe we'll get that in. I'm kind of thrilled that they're doing that. I didn't think they would. It's probably gonna be like $60.
They're doing it, and it has online multiplayer, so.
That's pretty crazy. Because this stuff has been around forever, there's a whole lot of busted stuff. So please feel free to tell me what those are, so I can bully people online. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is early Yu-Gi-Oh!
So we can get pot of greed going. Oh lord.
Yes.
So nothing works. It's just like the TV show. You can just do whatever you want, right?
Yep.
You can say, fuck the rules, I've got money.
Yep.
Cool.
You can say if I lose, I'm gonna jump off this building. So, do with that what you will.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta do what you
Welcome
gotta
to Jurassic Park, baby.
do. Wow, those transitions to is it like randomized or?
Nah,
Is it-
whoever's the lead player decides.
Oh, that's wild. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Like a racetrack is kind of a terrifying enough concept. Having it so that somebody can like weaponize which racetrack segments you get seems even harsher.
Yeah, it does kind of give off a, if I'm winning, I'm just gonna win more kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's like all these like
Art
True.
racers.
kart
Yes.
racer type games. So that's expected. Man, I almost wish I had gotten a Switch for the Chocobo racing game because I played a bit of that on emulator. It is
It was
pretty
fun.
tight. It's a legitimately good game in terms of
Yes.
gameplay. Very.
It was
Very
just
happy.
unfortunate that they put 5 layers of monetization on top of it.
Yup.
I was there.
Yup.
It was.
It's pretty off. I believe the game deserved better, but like the story
True.
is genuinely funny. Like Gilgamesh being a goober, showing up, and everyone being like, "No, literally, who are you, bro?"
Like
He's
every
like,
time.
I just showed up 5 minutes ago. How did you not know it's me? I'm the fastest. And they're like, no, sorry, bro. Who is this guy? Which is, it's just cute. The weird Leviathan and Asura relationship going on. I'm just like, what is this? Is this game for kids? I don't think it is.
Bro.
And then I remember back
Ugh.
to Chocobo's Dungeon 2, which opens with you having to kill an undead dragon thing and rip its heart to pieces. Jesus Christ, that game is so fucking hard. Like you have like the opening dungeon boss is like maybe one of the most insanely difficult things you'll ever have to do in the entire game. And it's like, oh yeah, no, there's an entire game after this. Good luck getting to it. Oh man. And then it does like seriously play Chocobo's Dungeon 2. It is superb. It's very good. Like if you want an actual roguelike, like Rogue, without the ASCII art, oh, it's the one. Right down to if you spend too long on a floor, literal, actual, factual death shows up and says, "Ha ha! I smell bitch," and comes for your booty. Also, he's the shopkeep, the mid-dungeon shopkeep. And if you try to steal his
Yes.
shit, he will end you. It's a good game, is what I'm saying. The more recent ones,
He's
what
correct.
is it? Everybody, yeah,
Yes.
Everybody is also dynamite. It's easier than 2, which isn't saying much. Literally anything would be, but it's still reasonably challenging and still feels like you're basically playing a roguelike for all intents and purposes. It's sound. Highly recommend. Anyway, that's me shilling for Final Fantasy side games and spin-offs that don't get enough love. Yep.
Yeah.
Please make
I did
more.
go
Please do a Chocobo game re-release. Except for the one that was on DS that like was card stuff. Never release that again. Ever. Forget that. I think I nearly destroyed my DS playing that. It was very frustrating.
Oh.
It was not the good kind. It was like, oh no, the game just cheats. It's okay.
Fun.
Right,
All
why
right.
are you upset at a game for small children? I don't know. Because it's unfair? So Boonboomger.
Yes, we went way off topic.
I was gonna let them get there on their own. I
Yeah,
really
no,
was.
the first arc is definitely, or lap 1 is definitely definitely sound. I liked some of the ideas they had going on. I liked I liked vibing with the characters. I liked what seemed to be their setup. Okay, alien invaders, cool. The robot alien invaders. They're doing stuff. You have racing themed stuff. I my first glance of their helmets, I remember in the preview material,
Hey,
was
Vegas.
like, this is off-putting, but I grew very used to them. I emphatically am on team. Their helmets were okay. Because
We'll
they're
get there
memorable.
when we get to suits. We'll get there.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
No, I mean I will share my opinion when we get to suits.
Okay.
Let's do suits now then, because I'm not going back.
No, you're
Never
good. You're
going
good. You're
back.
good. You're good.
No, their actual outfits are even better. Like I liked the racing jacket thing going on. That was nice. Anyway, yeah, lap 1 was sound.
Man, I suck at racing games today. I was doing fine this morning.
because you're trying to stream at the same time and it's saying, ha ha ha, no sir.
Lag. Yeah.
Enjoy the path of
Is that
pain.
2-2 Sonic Warrior? Oh lord, y'all playing the bangers, huh? Yeah, no, it's 2-2 Sonic Warrior. Alright, Sega. You don't gotta feed me like this.
Oh, you mean the soundtrack in the back? I have the
Yeah.
stream muted, so I'm not double hearing. So.
2-2 Sonic Warrior.
I just know that this is Ocean Temple from Heroes. So. Anyway, Echo, what did you think about lap 1?
Ah. Oh, Frag, you were done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, lap 1. Solid introduction to the cast. Episode 1 it was pretty alright. We had Mira. We went from Mira's perspective, where Taya kind of just shows up, and I guess she was part of his delivery. It was so weird. In that regard.
Did we ever find out who hired Taya to get Mira out of the wedding in the first episode? I don't remember.
But that's okay, I guess. Honestly, we got, like I said, we got introduced to Mira in the first episode. Honestly, one of the stronger characters, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Taya and Chasero, well, that's all I got to say on them, really, honestly. We also get
They are there.
as we continue further through Arc 1, or Lap 1, we meet Team Rocket, or as they're actually called, what are they actually called?
The Sun Seaters?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Sun Seekers or something. Yeah.
Like the Free Seater team?
Yeah. Tail to nose, man. Tail to nose. I love those guys.
Tailgating.
I love those guys. Those guys are great.
Yeah, no, they're fun. They have a lot of fun with those free.
Yeah, they were what I was able to start latching onto. I liked them early on too. I was like, these guys are going places. I like them. They're exactly the right level of we're just doing our job.
Yep.
To just outright goofy. Like they're just trying to fit in, man. Which is why their stuff with Mad Rex is so good, because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, he gives us a purpose, and like after he leaves, it's kind of like, oh well. Now they have to find a place to be. Yeah, I know. We have to find a place to be. We have to find a way to belong, and so they just kind of go between dudes, between overlords, and they're like, But like their enthusiasm is just shot, and you can tell. And they really kind of act it up. It's like, very quickly they're like, you know what? Our shit gets blown up all the time. We don't care. We're no longer invested. It's fine. We're gonna do our jobs. We're gonna be as cool about it as we can, because we want to make a good impression on the boss. But at the same time, this is just a day job.
Oh, I can use
This
the
is our true
D-pad.
passion.
This is even better. So we'll definitely talk more about the 3-seaters, but it's positive opinions all around with them 3. We get introduced to Joe, another ranger on our team later on in Arc 1, or pretty soon in the Arc 1. Hard carries the show on his back because, well, there's like 3 characters who do that. 6 technically, but we'll get to that. And then Genba, who I have disdain for. I will talk more about that when time happens. In time is the right verbiage. But lap 1 was solid all the way through. I do like the side characters that were introduced. I do like our main general, Mad Rex, for the most part as well. It was a good time all around in that regard, and I think it was just solid. Nothing really offensive in our lap 1. That's right, racing theme. Nothing.
Yeah,
really
it was a solid start.
And then we hit lap 2. And
Lap 2.
it's where things
Your
start
main
to
boss
go.
is Cannonborg. We got introduced to our 6th Ranger, Sakito.
Oh,
We learned about the BBG, I think. Those were significant events of Lap 2.
Yeah, it's where the cracks start to show.
yeah.
Mostly because, like, are we going anywhere? And it's like, no.
Oh, I've been glitched.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
How have you been glitched?
well, there's
you-
a vortex that leads to a new level, and
I wasn't able
he's
to
not
go.
allowed to go through it.
Yeah.
Well, at least it puts you right behind the guy in 7th. That's not so bad.
Alright, so that seems to be a bug that they're aware of, at least, so...
There is a contingency in place, which makes sense, because you've got a
Yeah.
thing that involves doing an actual, like, level transition. Because you're not baking in the entire level at once, which means with networking, things are going to be more than slightly fraught.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, I'm looking at
Oh,
this and I'm like, man,
we're screwed. I didn't want to get
wow.
this.
Right through all the walls.
Yeah, I didn't want to get
Echo
hit.
Echo out here doing shortcuts. Like, what is this?
Echo's been
Mario Kart
glitched.
64? What is going on over here?
Echo's been glitched. Ugh. Yeah,
Echo, this means you can just, like, go through people's shit. You can just ignore things.
No, this ain't
There's
it.
no one else on the race course. What
This.
is it doing?
Alright.
No. Do it to completion.
We did complete it.
Oh, the race is done?
Yeah, I'm technically done.
Ah, I see how it is. That's, probably not good.
Well, at least they can be aware of this now.
Yeah.
Sick gameplay.
This is going into space.
This honestly looks awesome. This is the race I want. Just disregard, become ungovernable. Drive wherever.
Oh lord.
This is something else.
Sega, I love you. I really do. And I'm glad you're testing this, because this would have been a pain in the butt in the full game release.
F-Zero out here saying, "Excuse me, you've left the track, and you're going very fast." Now he's not going very fast. What on earth is an orca? I never understood in Sonic Adventure 1. What was an orca doing in a tropical environment exactly?
Being an orca.
Are you gonna tell an orca where it can and can't go? I'm not going
yes,
to.
Because they sell family members into indentured servitude into other pods.
Okay, well that went a direction I wasn't expecting. Okay,
Yeah,
well done.
they're kind of messed up actually. They're pretty much like us, unfortunately.
Oh, there it is, boys. We failed.
Hey, he finished the race. Nice job.
Yay!
I like how
Completely ignored all the track because the game said, "Nah, there's no track here. Drive through it." Background? It's a suggestion. It's a bad one though.
We're not counting this. I like how Sonic goes if he loses. You lucky we weren't on foot. Oh,
Yeah.
banter. All right, so we're gonna go back. There we go. Sorry about that. That was ugly. So Sega. Now you see. Now you know. So anyway, where we lap 2? Okay, yeah, lap 2. Who? Sorry, that threw me all the way off. Thanks, Boonboomger. So, okay, so lap 2. Box, were you going or was it me? I don't remember.
I can go. I was just listening the main events of lap 2, or main things that happened.
Oh, okay.
Cannonboard's neat. I like Cannonboard. As a villain, he's a lot different from Mavericks, and I appreciate that we get a couple different flavors of villains in this show. So
Yeah, they do a good job keeping them spicy, but there's definitely a part, unfortunately, around the time Grant's Risk shows up, towards the end, where it's like, where are we going with this? And then we learn where we're going with it. And,
Yeah.
we go
We'll get there.
places.
Then we get Sakito and Sakito's introduction. I think his introduction was fine. He just kind of shows up, which is a thing. He just kind of shows up and is like, "Hey, I was an Earthling who went to space when I was a kid, and I'm back. Earth sucks." And Kaya's just like, "Yeah, Earth doesn't suck so much." He's like, "Okay, fine, I'll stick around." And that's basically Sakito for most of the show.
About what I remember. I can't even remember his introduction other than like a general, I'm fighting for the bad guys for one episode. Maybe two.
Well, he wasn't even fighting for them. He was hired to bring a thing, and then
Yeah.
he never actually fought against the Boonboomgers like at all. He was just like, "Hey, the Hashilians asked me to deliver this thing, and I did, and I'm just gonna stick around and hang out." Basically, how Sakito's introduction went.
It's... Anyway. It's a show. It's certainly a portion of the show.
That
Oh.
it is.
But it was back in the good old days before the Genba arc.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get there.
So I can't help but think moderately fondly about it.
Lap 2 was pretty good in my opinion.
That too was good. The fight between Cannonborg and Sagito, Cannonborg's last stand and all that. That was a pretty sick fight.
Yeah, that was good.
I like Cannonborg because he was a villain.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't like. I don't know. They will talk more about characters when we get there, but I will say, I just like that he was a villain, like villain, and he was voiced by Frieza, which made it even funnier.
Yes. Anything else interesting I can remember from Lap 2? No, I don't. I think so. There were a couple of good character episodes, from what I remember. Like there was one with Blue in the aquarium. That was one that happened in this arc. And there was the Orange and Safari thing, as well. When they were building up to Monster.
Before Genbo became trash.
Yes. Oh yeah, it was the entire episode where Genba was pampering the Team Rocket, the Sun Cedar team, being like, "Hey, you guys," and just like giving him whatever they asked for and all that jazz. And he's like, "I was all employed to get close to my prey," something like that. And then we completely forgot about all that stuff with Genba's character, so we could give him an edgy arc. But yeah. Yeah, that's all I can think of, at least, right now. It was fine. I didn't no outright hatred for anything that happened in Lap 2. A couple good things, but yeah. A lot of the show is just like, yeah, show happened. Show happened, it was okay. It was good.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
That's a lot of this show.
Yeah, he's not wrong. It was a solid show for the most part. With Lap 2, I really did enjoy Sakito. I think he joined up a little bit too quickly, but all in all, wasn't bad. Didn't we get Fire is rescue mode in that?
Oh
too?
right, yeah, because they never use it in the later parts of the show. So yes, we got Boom Boom or the Zoom Zoom gun, whatever it's called, for 119. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
form.
Firefighter move, man.
Boom Red 119. He's firefighter form. And that just reminded me of the fact we got a Leo rescue, the Zord as well, the Boonboomger. It's a freaking lion, dude. That's metal as fuck. And they did they turned a mountain of trash into Pride Rock and have him roar on top of it. That's a good shot. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, and not just because he likes Gal Red.
A lot of it is because I like Gal. I like lions. My first movie ever was The Lion King. What do you expect of me?
No, we know Judge. We know Judge.
But no, now that you remind me of it, 119 was really cool. They had a really good first introductory fights. It's just a shame. It's such a shame that they stopped using it. You know?
Yeah.
Like the last time I think it got any significant use was like the baseball episode, I think. That's the last one I can remember.
Thought it was
And
a
then
soccer
and then it just
episode.
kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
I thought
Especially
it was a
after they
soccer.
got champion, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but yep.
The 3-seaters were used well too. Like, lap 2 was cool. I can't really say anything like too crazy about lap 2. Nothing really crazy. And then, let's see.
Frag, any thoughts on lap 2? I don't think you said anything specific yet.
Yeah, they have the mid-seat. I kind of was hoping that they'd give the Reds fire mode upgrade to other people as well, but yeah, never transpired.
That would
Yeah,
have been nice.
criminally underutilized, as you said. But yeah, no, lap 2 is still okay. You know, I'd say maybe the cracks are showing, or maybe fatigue might be the wrong word, but it's kind of like, okay, well, we've hit a groove, sort of, but where it still feels sort of uncertain, like it's trying to figure out what it's trying to do.
Right, yeah.
What's going on, guys?
And we have a promise of what it could be in the future, because we do
Yeah.
get a full introduction of the BBG. I know we have a full introduction of what the BBG is at this point. And you're super hopeful that we're gonna get to the BBG. But you don't know the truth yet. You still have hope in your eyes. Because we haven't gotten to lap 3 and 4 yet.
Yeah. Which is true.
But alright, I think is that it for lap 2? It's time for lap 3.
Yeah, I believe it's time.
Alright,
Not
lap
all that
3.
much about lap 2.
Disrace takes over as main villain. Gemba has his old arc. And then Disrace takes over, Gemba has his arc, and then we get champion debut. Those are major events
Yeah.
I can think of.
No, that was pretty much it. Pretty much. Lap 3 was, I believe, the lowest the show hit for me. Mainly because I didn't like how Gemba was handled.
Yeah.
Gemba arc is such a drag.
On paper, it's good. Or, on paper, it's, aight. But then, yeah, they don't do justice, man. They don't do a good job with it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense that we have if we have this alien invading space race coming in, it's a neat idea to be like, oh, one of our rangers is actually a fugitive from a planet they already conquered. That's a neat idea. Let's see where we can go with this. And then they don't go anywhere with that. And they're kind of like, okay, what was the point of even trying to go down that road?
Yeah.
We didn't go anywhere.
Especially when you burn like 10 episodes doing it, or just shy 10 episodes. It's just...
Yes.
It
Yes.
just drags and drags, and you're like, anything? No, he's still being rebellious. Like, the closest thing they get to a good episode in that whole thing is when they bring the other orange from the
Tokuja.
Tokuja, yeah. That's as close as that arc has to having a redeemable episode.
Right. And that's mostly just because Tokujas are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lap 3 was the weakest. Even the villain for lap 3, like our main.
I suppose now that Frag has brought it up, we did forget that also in lap 1, I think it was, we had to go on your cameo. Forgot about that one.
No, I didn't forget. I was gonna wait for that.
Oh, you were gonna wait for... Okay. I forgot about it.
I think there was like a cameo per lap. No, not per lap.
I don't think we got one we didn't get one in the second lap.
Yeah, that wasn't. Nah, what's his name came back? Speedor came back, I think.
No, that was in... You mean when Speedor feuded with Biondi?
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was later. The first when actual Go on Red showed up, Sasuke, that was in lap 1 because Mad Rex was still around. I'm fairly certain.
Fair enough.
All right, I'm gonna look it up and see if I was right or not. Give me a minute. You all can discuss lap 3 while I'm looking this up.
So yeah. Anyway, lap 3 was just the weakest lap. I don't think there's much to say on that. I feel bad for the 3-seaters because in lap 3, Mad Rex came back and was just kind of used. And
Yeah, that was honestly the most
Jukebox, you're cutting out.
touching moments in the entire thing.
Yeah, you cutting out.
Yeah. Hold on.
What do you gotta say about lap 3 frag?
Not much that hasn't already been said. It's like the Genba arc is brutal. They do try to get the. I will admit the part with the 3-seaters and their and Mad Rex reunion.
That's what saved it, honestly.
It's definitely the highlight because it's like, oh well, this portion was done so well. I just wish the Genba stuff wasn't dragging the rest of it down.
Yeah, no, I agree. Transitions in this game are pretty nice, but outside of like.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Also,
so,
I was wrong. The Go Andre debut occurred in lap 2. I was wrong.
Okay. Alright.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Lap 3?
The 3-seaters and Mad Rex, that's kind of what saved lap 3 from being complete and utter trash.
Yes. And we had the champion debut. Champion form is cool.
Yeah, that was like the tail end of
Yep.
his crap. But yeah, nah, lap 3 definitely the weakest of the laps here. Getting I guess we'll jump into lap 4 since I believe no one else has too much to really say on that.
I like the Tokuger cameo. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting a Tokuger cameo in the car season, but we got one. Yay!
Didn't get any of the other
real
racers.
Car Ranger cameo.
We did not get a Car Ranger cameo.
Or
Turbo Ranger cameo.
We got little.
We got Easter eggs for those 2 seasons, but we didn't actually get.
That's
cameos.
fair. Yeah.
So yeah, that. Anyway, lap 4, the final lap, I believe.
Yes, lap 4, where we finally get introduced to our big bad for the season.
Space Michael
Wild
Jackson.
Spindle. Yes, Michael Jackson.
Space Michael Jackson.
And his conciliage or underboss, Grand Surisk.
I think we had like we were 3 episodes on behind. I don't know. Trying to think. Lap 4 is still kind of bogged down by lap 3, but it definitely does better, I believe, to make up for it.
The biggest problem lap 4 has, in my view, is that it's kind of the culmination of the show, and it's the final snatching away of hope that the show has any idea of where it's going at all.
Oh, fair, yeah.
Because it's just given up. It's like, well, we're going to end a plot,
so we might as well end a
and
plot.
unfortunately, that does not involve the space race.
Yeah.
Yeah. They promised we would go to the BBG, and we never went to the BBG.
I mean, we kind of did in the sense that there's like a post-credits scene where they're presumably at it.
Yeah.
I was
But that's
almost offensive, actually. Uh, I was like, I was just like, can't do that.
I know this was teased in
That's
like Lap 3. It was teased in Lap 3. And I believe parts of Lap 2. But like Lap 4 is where the game, I said the game. Boonboomger just became the Fast and Furious.
yeah, basically. We completely abandoned the racing plots for a spy espionage thing.
Yeah.
Which,
Eh.
don't get me wrong, like, isn't the worst idea in the world. Like, I get what they were trying to do, but like, there's a million things they could have done with that involving the actual payoff with the GGP that they just don't do.
And it's just, now that I think about it, yeah, Lap 4 wasn't the worst, and like coming off Lap 3, yeah, not great, but like unfulfilled promises were, I
Yeah.
believe, the biggest
One
downfall.
of the things that bugs me about Lap 4 is we did the Gokaiger episode, which led into Blue betraying, quote unquote, the team. Remember, this was after the orange thing, and there was also that one time where Disrace was like, "Hey, Boom Boom, you used to work for us, right? For the Hushillians, right?" And then Boondy got very upset and was like, "Oh, I can't believe you did that, blah 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 blah." And it's just like, guys, just we know this is a team that works together. Stop trying to force drama. I'm sick of it. We've done this thing 3 times now.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
annoyed.
That definitely was like a bigger downfall. Because at that point, we were just kind of tired of the shtick of somebody leaving the team. Like once it's fine. Y'all did it way too much.
Yep. And the fact that Blue was basically out of the show for almost all of lap 4, like just as long as Genba, I think, at least.
7 episodes, around 7 episodes.
Yeah.
But unlike Genba, he like basically isn't there either. He's like
True.
just not present.
Right. He shows up like a couple of times as like a bad guy, quote unquote, but or to negotiate or whatever, but otherwise he's just gone.
Yeah, it wasn't.
As for our villains we got, Spindo, I think, is neat in the fact that he is Space Michael Jackson, and it's cool to see Space Michael Jackson do evil Space Michael Jackson things. That's about it. Risk is a little more interesting to me as a character. I like his design. He's just a no-nonsense underboss who does what the boss wants. He's like a mafia style, you know.
This level
I kind of dig that about him. He's very underutilized. So
Yeah, he's like, they do his character development in the very last episode after he's dead.
pretty much, yeah.
Which I know I've harped on here before. You can't. I'm sorry. Like, you can't do that. Like, it just doesn't. It doesn't. We appreciate that, like, somebody's trying to make it seem like a character's relevant and important, and I'm glad you tried, but the time for doing that is before they're dead.
Yep.
I think I've shat on Attack on Titan repeatedly, and that's one of its biggest sins, is like every time they're gonna kill a character off, it's like they kill the character off, then they're like, oh yeah, hey, by the way, this person had a wife, kids, and a family, and they had a friendship with all these characters that you've already met and don't care about because they're going to die anyway. And I'm like, you know what would be really cool? If you gave me a single solitary reason to care when it would have mattered. But instead, here we are, me not
Yep.
caring. Crazy how that works.
Yeah.
He deserved better, is what I'm saying.
Agreed. I mean, there are a couple of fun one-offs in the end there. The soccer episode, Joe's last character episode where it's revealed he's the son of Gal Red. That episode was really good. I like that one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that particular detail. That's right.
But more so his actual moment in the episode where, like, you know, it's okay to make mistakes and all that. You learn and grow from it. I like good messaging, Joe. Joe is the best.
I remember there
Yeah,
was a
that's
good
solid.
there was a good Boon Pink episode as well in the fourth arc in the fourth arc.
Oh, the one where we had with Flint, and not Flint.
Yes. No, I thought it was fun.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
saying
no,
not
Pink
Flint.
and
he's
Black
saying,
had the best character episodes.
He's saying
Yeah,
not
we
Flint in
definitely-
the terms of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's the actors. But
Yeah.
not-
I'm forgetting the actual character's name, so. But it's the actress who played Flint from Zenkaiger, so.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I'm slow. It's late at night and I am tired.
Yeah, that's my fault. Let's just rank the laps now as while we get here.
1, 2, 4, 3.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like it's not even. I don't think. I think we've already explained the reasons for why.
Yeah.
So it's
Uh-huh.
it's fine. It is what it is.
You could make an argument for 2 over 1, but other than that, it's a solid argument.
I think Mad Rex just outshines Cannonborg, so I would.
Yeah, like I like Cannonborg, but Mad Rex is just very likable.
Yeah, that is fair. All right, so let's delve into the music portion real quick. That's pretty short. We got an opening and an ending. Background music. What y'all think about that?
The opening's pretty fire. Don't stop the boom. I don't want the theme song to stop. Keep going, because it's a banger ass theme song. Ending is fine. It's an ending. Ash Ketchum can sing. Good to know. It's cute. Otherwise, backing tracks and background fairly solid. I like the fanfares. And the other racing vibes that some of the songs give. I can't think of any specific tracks off the top of my head, but I know them. I swear. They're fine. Nothing wrong with any of them. It works. None of them are annoying, so that's all you really need for background music. Just enhance the mood, don't get in the way.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, where Boonboomger also has to deal with is the fact that it is following up Peakoger. Sorry, but
This is true. They don't have as solid. There's not many opportunities to differentiate the soundtrack because in like King Oger we had all the different countries which had their own style, which
Yeah,
helped a lot.
And
We
the
don't
story
we
was
don't have
better,
that
too.
with Boonboomger.
but yeah, like in general, King Oger is kind of a tough act to follow.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I had more issues with King Oger than anyone else here in our group, and it's still an insanely hard act to follow because it's just a good show.
Yeah?
And Boonboomger, for what it's worth, is a good show. I think it's the worst of the Reiwa era for Sentai, but that's not saying much because Reiwa
Reiwa
era
Sentai has been
Sentai's
so good.
been very good. Like there has not been, like maybe Zenkaiger is second worst, and Zenkaiger's pretty great.
Yeah, the only reason because Zenkaiger just doesn't take itself seriously at all.
Yeah,
Ever.
and it just
And
like
it plays with that to its strength very well.
yeah, it exactly it turns it into a positive. So it's just yep. So I guess transition to
Yeah, we don't like
characters then.
Yeah, because I didn't really have much to say on the music. Jukebox kind of hit everything on the head.
Yeah,
that
no, it's
That's
the
why I'm
background
here.
music. Is
I
good.
am literally called Jukebox.
The opening theme is Dynamite. Which is a pun you see at Pew and a play on words. The they explode. the the background music is all pretty good. Not super memorable by and large, but there's some good tracks in there for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
so
Eggman, you bum. Alright, so let's talk characters. We're gonna go in order of Rangers, then we'll jump 3-seaters, give more thought on the villains, and go from there. I will say the movie was kind of, while we're talking about it, the movie was forgettable. I legit stopped paying attention halfway through. I'm like, this could have just been
I
an episode.
told you all.
No,
yeah,
but
we all and we believed you, but it's just like it was wild. Like I was completely uninvested. Like I kept trying to understand what was going on and why I should care, and it just kept saying,
Well,
"Why are you
gotta look at
bothering?"
it from my perspective. I saw the movie before, and I told you all. Nah, we don't need to do it. It's boring. It doesn't matter at all. But Echo was still insistent, like,
Yeah,
you know,
because
we gotta watch the movie.
I wanted to complete. I wanted
you
to
gotta get
complete it.
full experience, you know?
Yeah.
We didn't watch all the Henshin how-to videos, and we didn't watch all the junctions or the commercials, but, you know, we can at least watch the crappy 30-minute movie that didn't need to exist and didn't actually do anything.
Right?
Because the show was so questionably written because nobody seemed to care, or somebody cared, but then somebody else really didn't. And I don't know what happened there.
So
I really don't know what happened.
So essentially, the movie is, the movie would be
Refugee
right.
space princess,
Yeah,
and they gotta protect the space princess.
yeah, that's essentially it. Not it was. So it's probably right above Act 3 because you can forget about it, and Laughter is just disappointing. There you go. Now let's talk about characters. Let's talk Taya, our Red Ranger. Taya Handle.
Oh, we're starting with the heroes this time. All right.
Let's see. Ooh, phone call. Hold on. Sorry about that.
I'll get started while he's doing his phone call. Taya's okay. He doesn't have much of a character until the end, and even then, it's too little, too late for Taya. Like a lot of his character in the first couple of arcs is, hey, I'm a rich dude who's bankrolling the team. Like, they kind of want to give him a Tony Stark vibe without any of the negative connotations that Tony Stark has, without any of his problems. So they just make him a rich, cool dude. And it just kind of... It's okay. They don't really do anything interesting otherwise to replace any of the vices Tony Stark has.
He exists. He does Red Ranger type things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is to say, he like kills, steals, and generally takes the spotlight when he may or may not deserve it, and sometimes that's fine if the Red has earned it. This guy emphatically has not. He's literally just there. Like, he is maybe one of the least present Reds, or most forced into being a Red when he's not. He's just there. I think he should have been a different character. Like, and the actor is fine. The actor is fine. It's not his fault. None of it's his fault. It's like, I just don't know what was going on in the writing room. Or directing, or mostly the writing room. I truly don't understand what was happening. Because they certainly didn't.
Yeah.
It's our combination of, but yeah. So he because of his sheer nothingness, kind of drags the show down quite a bit for me, because he's just there.
Yeah, like there's kind of the vibe that the only reason he's the Red is because he literally made the team. So
Yeah, that's it. Like, and as you were saying, like, he does get something that resembles character development come time where Bundario bites it.
Yep.
But it's like, because there's never been really any reason for them for Taya to emote around Bundario, it feels very weird to me. It's just like, Why are you so upset? Why are you taking this so personally? Because you've never shown that you really cared up until now, at all. So why are you doing it now? It doesn't make sense. Because he tries to do the kind of geetsy, standoffish thing a lot. He's like, haha, I'm too cool for school. And it's like,
Right.
sure
yeah.
thing, bro.
Yep.
And it winds up, so he's very aloof, but he like, you can't do that. You know, it's I don't know. I don't know what the thought processes were. Really interesting, strange decisions were made.
Yeah. Taya's just kind of Taya. Of course, Eggman cheats his way to win. Anyway, ah, yeah. Ty is just kind of okay. I have
Yeah.
no real opinion on him, which is weird. It's like he's the cool, charismatic
Yeah,
red,
if I
and
remember some of the background stuff I read way earlier in the show, they wanted Taya to be like cool. That was the main vibe they were going for, and they did that, but they didn't think of any of his backstory at that point. They just like throw in all the cool cliches we can, and that'll work.
Yeah.
like they tease stuff with Taya, like, "Oh, Taya, what's your dream?" Which leads to him getting his personal super mode or battleizer, whatever we calling it. Then there's the stuff with Bundario is like.
Well,
friendship
even
with-
then, it's kind of like, Bundario finds a picture that Taya drew when he was a little kid. Oh, he wants to be a firefighter. Well, I'm gonna fulfill his dream and make him a firefighter. But then we find out that was just one of a whole bunch of things in there.
Yeah,
It's like,
they just,
oh,
yeah, they threw ideas
okay.
at Taya, like. Okay, like they kind of
Right,
really
yeah.
didn't stick. Well,
Like, I think, honestly, what you just pointed out is probably the best thing. He gets an entire battleizer, but it's not about anything he does. He doesn't do anything to get that. It is
Yeah,
literally just handed to him on a silver
just
platter.
yeah, because it's just like, hey, I want to do something for Taya because he's been trying to help me out because him and Bundario have this bond, and it's just okay.
Right. And that says a lot more about Bundario than it does anything about Taya. So.
Unfortunately, and I bet you in like the prequel manga, which shows how Chasero really joined the team or whatever, that little manga probably gave you a little bit more, but like it's bruh, put it in the show.
If it was important enough, it should be in the show.
Exactly. Taya's just Taya. At the end of the day, if I had to place him, he like on a ranking, he'd be number 4 of the Rangers. He'd be 4.
Of the 6 or of the 5?
Of the 6.
Okay.
Of the 5, he'd be 3. Yeah, but of the 6, I'm including Violet because they don't want him on the team for some reason. Yeah, he'd be 4. All right. So anyway, I'm just gonna move past the red because we talked about him enough.
We were just talking about the red. What do you mean move past the red?
Yeah, I'm saying we're going.
Yeah, we're moving past the red. Did you not listen to what he said after that?
Yeah. We talked about him
the
enough.
way he phrased that made it sound like we were skipping the red.
No.
No, we're done with Taya. Taya.
Okay.
we gave more attention to Taya than the entire show did.
Yeah, you're right.
So moving on to our Blue Ranger.
Shashiro.
He's kind of another case where it's like, I think he's probably got more character development than Taya does, but only by the barest smidgen. And then he just doesn't show up for most of the end of the show.
Yeah.
Because
Correct.
they're doing a, quote, character arc, unquote.
So, like, the thing with him is, like, I guess he works for the government. He's like an agent. Oh, I need you to do this. Find out what's going on with Taya and whatever else, like,
Like
over there.
like he's not even directly being hired by the government. He's like a freelancer that the government hires.
Oh, that's even worse. So they do that, and he's like,
So he's hired by the government, is what you're saying. Which is exactly what Echo said. So,
But he doesn't get government benefits.
yeah,
I mean,
Echo never said he did.
To be fair, I don't think he'd want
At
government
what time did Echo
benefits.
say he got government pennies? He's
be
not on their retirement plan. He said he is hired by the government, which is literally what was happening. He is literally hired by the government.
to be fair, he doesn't want any of the benefits. Not in this day and age. Not in
Well,
this
yeah,
day and
because
age.
he's a soulless husk who's only who's only marginally more interesting than the completely uninteresting Red.
And like they
And he's
kind
still not the worst rider on the team.
of he's not the worst ranger on the team. We'll get there. We'll get to him.
We'll get there.
But like it,
Opposite end of the color wheel.
yeah, it's
Spoilers.
Chastero's just they try to do this intrigue with him, and then like Frank said, he's kind of gone for the last bit of the show because they gotta fulfill on that, and he's just like, oh no, sorry team, I'm leaving. And then he comes back like, no, it was a trick all along. I was never on their side at all.
Right.
It's such a predictable angle to go with. I'm upset that they did it because I didn't want that to be the case. But here we are. Chastero,
It feels like the sort of thing they should have done way earlier.
yeah.
And the same goes for Genbazar, because it's like, this is happening awfully late and it's dragging on an awful long time. What are we doing? Why are we here?
Yeah, and honestly, no, I agree with you because that would have made more development for the Blue Ranger early on. That way, we wouldn't have to leave the team near the end and be gone for like 7 episodes.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, okay, they sort of forecast that this was a thing that they were going to do, but at the same time,
Well,
I don't know.
my main thing with Blue is that like he really doesn't do anything. Like,
Yeah.
and that's when he leaves the team, he's literally just gone. We don't ever cut back to him to foreshadow either like obviously it was all a trick and it's so painfully obvious. But we could have done something with that. Either like show him like actively working against the government, trying to be secret and being like, I don't know, build some intrigue there, or maybe it was actually a real betrayal and he's having second downs. We could have done interesting things with the character.
They even
But
did
we didn't.
they even did the look-alike robot clone whatever thing in
Correct.
for
Oh,
Taya.
yeah.
For Taya, by the way. Like the episode starts with them fighting, and we're like, all right, this is interesting.
We're gonna have character interaction. We don't. What I find really funny
Taya's
about
like,
the
I
Blue,
knew all along. What? Okay.
what I find
Taya.
really funny about the Blue is because he's a Blue, they make him the cool taciturn one, and we already have a cool one. So like he's being overshadowed by the person who has no personality. This is not good. It's like, oh dear, I I do not know what they were thinking. I do not know.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they make up for it with it's like best 2 out of 6,
Yeah.
At least 1/3
Right.
of the team is not only have a personality, they're like worthwhile members of the team.
Bragg is really hopping on that segue, ready to move on to the next.
No,
segment.
no,
Yeah,
'cause
I'm so done with Red and Blue. I'm so done
No,
with them.
to be fair, I was
Like-
actually getting ready to go to next. I thought you had final thoughts, G-Bucks.
No, I said my thoughts on Blue.
Oh, okay.
I,
All right, so
I
now
said my
let's jump to the best few characters. Well, no, the best 2, and then the second best after the last one. So we'll go with Pink this time. We're gonna jump to Pink. Mira.
Pink, Mira.
I love her. I love her. I love
Oh,
her
yeah, she's great.
optimism. I love her goofiness. Everything about Mira is great. Ever since Taya actually helped develop her character from the jump, where he's kind of like, just take the wheel and do your own thing. And ever since that, I'm just like, okay, she's just doing her own thing, having a ball, loving being a Boonboomger. And I'm like, I love this girl. Her optimism.
Well, not
is
just a
great.
Boonboomger. She does literally everything because she has like every part-time job in the world.
Yeah.
I kind of like that gimmick.
Lady.
But Mira's great. We love her.
Yeah, she's awesome because she's like, we've seen, the really Genki, energetic Pinks before, but she's like, she's not like a
obnoxious
ditz.
about it.
Yeah, she's not a ditz. She's not like an airhead. She's determined. She's like, I've got things I'm getting done. You know, she's focused. She's doing everything, so she's spread out. She's trying to get stuff done, but she's living her life. She feels kind of believable. She feels like an actual hero character. She feels like a crackhead Red, actually. She feels like the actual Red of the team, in a lot of ways. Like this really energetic, I'm just gonna do stuff.
Yep.
You know, she gets character development.
No,
You know, she's not perfect. She's good-hearted. You know, there's that thing where her like roommate steals the changer.
and she's
Right,
not even
yeah.
mad about it. She's not even mad.
She's
about
not
it.
mad. She's not mad. She's like, oh man, being a Boonboomger is indeed the sickest thing ever. She's like, I totally get it. She's like, I ain't even mad. I wouldn't do the same thing, but I would totally do the same thing.
She's so good. She's great.
She's great.
Like
Heart of gold.
there's only one character that's better than her. But I'll let Jukebox get his final thoughts on Mira.
I think she's great. She's the heart of the team in a lot of ways. Yeah, that's all I got. I can't really add anything more than that than what you guys did. She's
Awesome.
She is one of the best, but I personally like one other character more than Mira, and that is our next dude.
Our next
I'll start.
dude, Joe.
Our main man, Joe. I have
Like
to say Joe.
before we get there, I just want to say Mira number 2, Chastero number 5, trash, crazy work, crazy work.
Right, yeah.
But Mira, I love you. Joe, my boy, my goal.
Joe.
Honestly,
Joe is great.
honestly, if we had to do the MVR between Joe and Mira, I'd probably give it to Joe.
My MVR was already set on Joe for a while, so.
Yeah, the goat himself, Joe. Go ahead, Jukebox.
Joe's great. His only downside is that he is in fact a cop, which, but he renounces being a cop at the very end. He does. He's like, fuck it, I'm done being a cop. The cops are listening to bad guys. I'm done. And he renounces that. So good on you, Joe. Having some moral dignity. But Joe's just great overall.
He's the cop who did it to try and help people, not to be a jackbooted thug. So it's like,
right.
You know, not to have power over people. It's like, oh no. I want to serve my community. I want to be a decent person. I want to get things done.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's good. He's great. His character episodes are completely bonkers. It's like, you don't give character episodes this good to Reds in a season that cares about their Reds. Like, wow, these are dynamite episodes. They're almost every single one is the best episode are the best episodes of the show. They're crazy good.
Yeah.
The one that really sticks out to me is the one where he has the kid. The kid wants to be like, I want to meet Blue. I want Blue to be my mentor, and
Because he's super
Blue's
cool.
like,
And he's like, nah,
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with that. Like, dog, we didn't
and
want
so
you to
Black
deal with
takes
it
it up on
anyway.
himself and just goes about his regular cop business, just helping people, and the kid's like, oh, he's kind of lame. But then Black steps up when the Monster of the Week shows up and is just like, and teaches a good lesson about making mistakes and learning from them, and it's so good. That's one of the best episodes in the show.
I loved his like, yeah, no, I fucked up. I don't get it right every time. I have regrets, dude. I have regrets. I would do anything to live that moment over. But you move on. You keep doing the best you can every time. Nah.
Yeah.
Persistence, man. He's great.
Yep.
Mira, very close second. Very close second.
Mm-hmm.
I probably, for most valuable ranger, I do have to probably edge her out just barely. But
That's fine.
only
It's all
barely.
opinions here. Yeah.
Oh, no, this
I mean, it's fair. They are very close. They are
Because
very close.
Joe just edges her out, mostly because I think feats. Well, no, when she's on, she's like an unstoppable force. Like Joe's crazy, but he's working for it. She's just like, no, I'm clearing this. It literally does not faze me.
Yeah.
She makes it look easy, whereas he makes it look impactful.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
He's got dramatic tension going for him, whereas she's just like, no, easy work, easy work.
work.
Get out of here. I'm done. Mooks, there's 60 of them. I do not care. Get out of my house.
Pretty much. Like, yo, shout out to Joe and Mira for hard carrying the shows on their backs.
Oh my gosh. Like, that team is so... They're not even like a dysfunctional team. Like, we've seen dysfunctional teams. We've seen Dawn Brothers, who aren't even a team at all. These guys don't rate, but, like... Mira and Joe are just like, we have a job. We're doing the thing. We have a purpose. Whereas Red is just like, I'm the Red. I do the Red thing. Blue is like, I'm going to work at cross purposes, but not work at cross purposes. And Genba.
Like there's
And Genba.
There's like now I think about it, they try to do episodes with Taya, but like it doesn't really do much other than just show off how cool he is.
It's usually someone else is the one actually getting character development, whereas he's kind of just there.
Yeah.
He's serving as, I guess you'd say, a catalyst for their growth, but it's really about this other character showing how they are, sort of thing.
Which, yeah, I get that, but we've seen other Reds act as catalysts before.
Yeah.
I.e. Juru from Kira Major.
Yeah,
we talked about that a lot when we were doing the Kira Major review about, Juru doesn't really shine by himself, but he helps other people shine, and in turn gets that glow back on him. Taya doesn't do that. Taya doesn't get any of the glow back on him. He doesn't look super. He doesn't have much of personality to go off of to get that glow back.
Yeah. All right, so bouncing back from Mira and Joe's awesomeness. Ooh, the 1 and the 2. All the way to number 6. Genba.
Genba.
He started out okay. That's the worst part.
Yeah, no, I like to...
didn't know anything about him.
Right.
As soon as we learned anything about him, like,
he was a mysterious dude who could just get anything from anywhere. Whatever the team needed anytime, he just got it. Which, to be fair, that's a pretty fun shtick. Just having him show up with random objects every week.
That's what made
That's
him
cool.
Yeah.
That's a neat shtick. But then they tried to develop his character, and then they stopped trying to develop his character.
They gave him
but the writers didn't realize they were supposed to stop, and it's like, oh.
Okay. Yeah, they tried to give him backstory like, hey, look, man, my family was in charge of like Space Amazon, and the Hash Aliens kind of took that from us. And it's just like, oh, okay. I really hate this one dude, the general of Lab 3. I really hate him. And
which, to be fair, that's not a bad idea on paper. That's not having.
Yeah.
You have a race of planet-conquering gangsters or whatever the Hush Aliens want to call themselves, and having one of your rangers be a refugee from a planet they've already conquered, and having a specific vendetta against the one guy who conquered his planet. That's a good. You can do things with that.
The problem...
They just didn't do things with that.
No, what the worst part is, they attempted to do things with it in that episode where we find out. And then he goes, nah, I'm leaving the team. And the team's like, no, you don't gotta leave, we'll help you. They literally go, we'll help you, and do everything right. They do everything right. And he's like, nah, I can't have you do this, I gotta do this on my own. And it's like, dog, what? And then he leaves the team, leaving them to kind of fend for themselves and letting Violet kind of take his place. And Violet was a better member of the team than they were, than Genba was. But neither here nor there. We'll get to the 6th Ranger in a second. Genba, on paper, it was alright. And then the execution of it was bad, because you were kind of like, you weren't on the team, but you kind of were. For like 7 episodes, you were around the team. You didn't really fight with him, but we
saw him do. We saw him, and he was trying to do things, but he wasn't actually doing things.
Yeah.
He got his ass kicked by Disrace solo. There was that. I guess. Meh.
And then
He had a member from another Sentai team was like, yo, I can do the standoffish thing better than you can. And he was like, oh. What a waste of a character cameo, by the way. Just...
the oranges got to hang out, whatever, but like he's like, nah, listen to your friend here who's Violet. Listen to him. He's not an idiot. And I'm like, cool. And it's like, okay, great stuff, right? And like, no, Genba's arc still kind of drags it down because Genba's just, his story just drags it down, and then it leads to one of the best power-ups in recent years. And it's like, Genba don't deserve it. He's the one character who didn't deserve the power-up at all. Which leads to a good, at least to a good moment in fight scene with him and the team with that power-up. But like, Genba didn't deserve it. Like, ever since that episode, it's kind of just been like, yeah, we don't really care about you, Genba. It's crazy, right? Crazy. Ever since that arc.
Yeah, that's kind of just ruined. They tried to give him character, and it just didn't really work. It just dragged, which is unfortunate because you could have done things. There was potential. There was a potential with what you could do. That's a recurring thing with Boonboomger. There is potential.
The worst.
It just isn't executed.
The worst member of the team, Genba, at last place, followed by like right above his Taya, like right below Taya and his other boyfriend. Taya, you and your boyfriends are at the bottom of the barrel for this team. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. Now we get to number 3. The third most valuable
Our sixth ranger.
Our sixth ranger, Sakito. How we feeling about him, boys?
I actually like Sakito. I thought Sakito was a neat character. I like his backstory. He was a kid from Earth who got essentially abducted by aliens, but he was like, nah, Earth sucks. I don't like this place. Fuck it. And he left, just working as a space fixer. So,
yeah.
And he was living his best life with his buddy Boon Diesel. It was going great, and then he came back to Earth and was like, you know what? I like these guys. He met the Boonboomgers and he was like, you know what? I like these guys. I guess I'll just hang out here for a little bit. And he had some good moments with the rest of the team, like we just talked about his sumo wrestling match with Orange. Forgetting colors with Genba.
Yep.
Despite what you say, Violet had a pretty good moment there. He basically replaced Genba on the team for a solid 7 episodes. And it works out. And these moments with the other Rangers are also pretty cool. So, I like him. My main complaint is that they don't want him on the team. I don't get it. Because in the final episodes, he's like, oh, you guys are going to go to BBG finally? I'll just stay here on Earth. It'll be fine. Which I guess makes sense in the roundabout way for like his character arc, like complete character arc. But come on! Let the man race!
Yeah. How you feel about him, Frank?
Pretty much the same. They really didn't want him on the team for reasons I can't quite figure out.
Because somebody was going to outshine Genba, but like, who doesn't at this point?
Also the Red, but, you know, the Red's not even on the team, so... He's just a Red. But, yeah, it's... I kind of wish we'd explored his character and background a bit more, maybe. But I don't know what you'd do.
It might ruin it like they did Genba.
Yeah, they just did a lot of that early on with his introduction and didn't really come back to it. So, which again is like, what more could you really do? And seeing how they treated Orange, you know what? I'm kind of glad. Or a lot of other people they tried to give backstory to. It's like, you know, I'm okay that they didn't try to give Sakito anything else. I'm okay with this. I mean, he's dope. He had some of the best fights in the show. Like his fight with Cannonball, just classic, insta classic fight.
Wait, was I like dead last? Hey, y'all. I was.
Right.
What happened there?
If we were racing
I'm sorry, but yeah, no. Sakito's obviously third place on the Ranger team. Honestly, with the champion powers, they kind of put the rest of the team where he was, because he was speed blitzing, bro.
Right, that was his main stick. He was way faster than everybody else.
So shout out to the stage show where they met Kamen Rider Drive and Sakito was fighting with Drive. And they
Nice.
came to an understanding. Crazy how they got better. No, because Taya was kind of just there to have a red moment with the Kamen Rider in that stage. Yo, Taya, you ain't deserve that. That was all Sakito. What are we doing? So upset. I'm sorry.
Nah, good.
So yeah, if we're gonna rank the Rangers, man, black, pink, violet, red, blue, orange.
Yep. MVR goes, at least for me, goes to black.
I
You guys can award to anyone else you want, but
I also agree. Joe gets Idol Ranger. That man is the heart of the team alongside Mira, and like, you know, they can share it.
you know what?
They
I
can share
actually
it.
think, yeah, they can share it. I think we can go ahead and say they can share it. Black and pink are both MVRs.
Hard carried that team. Greg, anything to add?
To any of our heroes, Rangers?
To one of our heroes, did we talk about Bundario?
No.
Rangers. Boondario's next.
Yeah, for our Rangers.
No, that's it.
Okay, yeah.
They exist.
Yeah,
Pink and black are
the best.
the relevant members of the team. Honestly, it's upsetting.
Or Violet, he got the second fiddle of the stick, and he may be second place, but he was dope. His fight scenes were great. Alright, so
Yep.
now we talk about our side characters, Boondario. How
Boondario
you feel
Boondaris.
about Boondario Boondaris? Antonio Banderas as a robot.
Also, Ash Ketchum as a robot, because it's voiced by the same person who does Ash Ketchum in the Japanese.
Yes.
And it is just Ash's voice. Like, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. How do I feel about Boondario? I like him. Boondario was not like, he was inoffensive. He was fun. Nothing really bad came from it. What's her face? We'll talk about her in a sec. She did like him
Urabe.
a lot.
Yeah.
A
Boondario's
lot.
cool. I like him as a side character. I like the thing I like about him is he's just a guy. Like, he's just a dude who wants to race, essentially.
Yeah.
He just wants to get back to the BBG. And it works for him. He's not like, he didn't build all this stuff to fight the Hush Aliens. He built all this stuff for racing things, and we're just gotta use it to fight things.
I'm not gonna hold you. Boondario should have been our red. He would have been a much better red than Taya. Because we got more character on him than his buddy.
True. No, he's a neat character, and you get his backstory with the whole where he was disqualified from BBG and wound up working for the Chileans for a little bit. It's like, you kind of feel for the dude. Like, there's some actual good character development there, or character backstory at least. And you see his growth from that, and it works. It works. Boondario is great.
Imagine having more growth than your main character. Funny enough.
I know.
Funny enough. Taya wasn't our main character. That was Boondario.
Essentially, yeah.
It was Boondario's season.
He's also our main mech, so he gets fights like basically every episode until he kicks a bucket. Sad, but he gets in there. He throws hands, giant hands, so works. Boon's great. All right, that's all I got.
Higher rank. How you feel about Boondario, Greg?
He gets actual character development, so he's already head and shoulders above the red.
Racing on foot.
He's present, so he's better than the blue. He doesn't have character arcs that last way too long and are incredibly whack, so he's better than the orange. So yeah. And he's generally likable. I want to eat his curry.
Honestly,
I
yeah.
I'm friggin' envious that he's got Shirabe on lockdown, but you know,
Listen, Frag.
love me a pantsuit, man. Love me a lady in a
Go
pantsuit
get you a lady in a
who
pantsuit.
who knows how to eat. You know, I mean, damn.
Frag, you'll get yours eventually, bro. I believe
Yeah,
you.
well,
I believe you.
she's great anyway. So yeah, no, Boondario's a good time.
Yeah. Alright. Dario to Bundi. Or Bune Diesel. Vin Diesel as a robot. I'll start with you, Frag. What you think about our purple robot?
Another example where I kind of wish, kind of just like our purple, I wish he'd gotten a bit more background. Um, we do get that more or less, but he has an absolutely baffling brief arc where he's like, "Oh, I'm going to just dip for a while because I I I forget the exact reason why. It was because he was upset that Bundario did a thing.
Right. What happened was Disrace came in and was like, "Hey, Bundario, remember when you worked for us?" And Vin Diesel was like, "What? You worked for them? How could you? I'm
Yeah,
leaving this team." And that lasted for literally an episode.
Yeah,
yeah.
because they talked
Even
it
though
out.
he kind of did that already, so he
Yeah,
had no leg to stand on.
correct.
Anyway, other than that, he was he was fine. He was just kind of there, but like he had character, so
Yeah,
better than our red.
he's fine. I liked how he played off with Sakito. You really get the impression that they've known each other forever, basically.
Better relationship than Ty and Boone Diesel, I'm sorry. Dario, there you go. Sorry.
And no, but yeah, then they bounce off each other really well. His fights are pretty cool as well. He's got the flight, he's got the pack on his back, and he also combines with all our previous mechas.
For some reason, he knows Speedor. I don't know how that works.
He's just cool like that. That's how that works. He's just cool like that.
Fair enough.
He literally turns into Gokaio, like just straight up. He becomes Gokaio.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks. Not Black Joe, Blue Joe. That Joe. We got two characters named Joe in this show.
Not June Black, but Gokai Blue cameo.
Correct.
Get cooked. So, yeah, these man. Alright, so Sarabe, Frag likes her and is jealous of Dario.
Shirabe's fun. I like Shirabe. She comes off as no nonsense government person, but they balance that out with she has a massive crush on Boondario, and they play with that a lot.
Yeah, she's quirky.
Yeah, she's quirky, and it works for her. There was a lot of people who I know were like, turn her into a ranger. I think it's fine that she didn't become a ranger. It's okay to have just random sporting characters.
Yeah,
So
but I just hate that they tease us so much with that.
yeah,
idea.
the main problem with that is not that she didn't become one, is that they teased that she would and then never did.
Yeah.
But no, she's fine. She does. She works well. She's our insight into whatever the government's doing. She's our one good government person, the ISA and all that. That's an entirely separate plot from the main Hushillian plot that they do in this show. We'll get to it.
Yeah. Chirabe's cool. We're gonna jump straight to our 3-seaters. Now's the time so we can go into our villains.
Team Rocket,
Frag, I know you got thoughts on Team Rocket.
the Sansitas.
They're just the best. Um, They're
They
just
are.
the best. They are truly the heart and soul of that show.
What's up, Blue?
Oh, who we get?
Um,
Hey, Blue.
What's up, Echo? Toa thinks Silver is an obscure Sonic character.
I will deal with Toa in time.
what?
Thank you for letting
Why
me
you
know.
just Toei?
Not
what?
Toei, not Toei, Toa, someone we know.
Oh, Tonis from the Discord.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
I will deal with him in time. I will deal with that as soon as I can.
Blue, we're talking Boonboomger. We're doing the Boonboomger review.
Oh.
Yeah. We're talking about the 3-seaters now.
Team Rocket.
Oh, Team Rocket?
Yeah, yeah.
They were horny. Shiesty man out.
Oh, okay. Well, didn't want to stay. Okay.
I mean, they did have horns on their truck, so he's technically correct.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Frank.
I guess
Continue.
I'll-
I'm so sorry.
Anyway,
Oh.
they're the best. I mean, I couldn't tell you their names.
I like the girl.
Deko Trade, Ishtara, and Yarukar.
Yeah, okay, I remember the car. Yeah, no, they
Ryutaka.
all have great episodes. Except for the dude, I don't remember any that he did. That were specific.
He did have that cool moment with Black at the very end, where he
That's right.
where
That's
he
right.
becomes
there
a
was
big
that.
ass hero moment. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was great. But he doesn't have like a full episode in his honor.
No, he doesn't have a full episode dedicated to him.
All of the rest of that gang do, and they're great. Oh my gosh, the musical episode.
The Christmas, the Christmas one where she got an entire musical number.
Oh
It's
my god,
so well done. It is. I was
So
going to
good.
mention that myself. It's so good.
I mean, easily one of my favorite episodes of the entire show.
Yes.
So good. Helps showcase their character, showcase where they're at mentally, in the wake of Mad Rex being gone and having to get over that, and just general dissatisfaction with their job, and where are we going? What is our life doing? Where is this? Yarikar having a focus episode. I am a sucker for Sentai series that try to make the designated gimmick character that turns the monsters big into a thing. Like, make them a character and give them some sort of identity. I think it was Live Man had the big Cyclops thing with the long arms that would like breathe on dudes.
Yeah.
What's that Die Ranger? Might have
do
been
not
Mask.
know.
It might have been Mask Man. Now that I think of it, I can't remember. But there's like dedicated episodes to this dude. He doesn't say anything. He just kind of. But there's like 2-episode arc where like the Rangers are like, oh, look at this poor monster. It's just doing stuff, and they don't know that, oh, this is the thing that makes the enemy monster of the week get big. And it's like it's tired of getting beaten up by its bosses, and it's just like, I'm leaving the Fortress of Doom. And the Rangers finally are like, oh, it's a monster, and it's like, oh, please don't fucking kill me, man. And they're like, oh, geez, I guess we won't kill him. And he just hangs out and he's like, this is the best. And then he rejoins the baddies for reasons, because you have to, but still, I'm a sucker for that. I like that. So I liked Yarikar. The whole join Trump college. I mean, sorry, fake college. Join fake university in order to become a member of the elite thing. That was cute.
Yeah.
That was also the episode where the Sun Cedar team got absolutely robbed. I'm sorry, Sakito. I love you and all, but you should not have won that fight.
Yeah.
We could have given them a win. But no. Yeah, Sansi are great. I do love their whole thing about I love their relationship with Madrex too.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good where they were like, And we see how we get a lot of backstory for them. Like, we see how they first came together. We see our first meeting with Madrex and how they joined the Auxilians. And then we see the aftermath of Madrex's death, and you really feel for them. You feel for them more than you do a lot of our Rangers throughout the entire show. And there, I just gotta mention this one. One of the best moments is when Disrace comes back in lap 4, and Bundi says like, "Oh yeah, Disrace is responsible for Madrex's death. He's gonna blow us all up." And they're like, "What?" And then Disrace is about to blow up, and he asks them for help, and they're like, "No, we're done. We're just goodbye."
Oh, you're that guy. Well, sorry, we're out. Have a nice day.
Oh, they're great. All right. Who's
love
next?
Team Rocket. I love Team Rocket. Honestly, there's nothing. Y'all covered it. There's nothing bad you could say about Team Rocket.
True. All right. Well, who are we coming next, Echo?
Madrex.
Madrex, our villain from the first arc. Slash also comes back during the third arc.
Taya's rival, basically, where Taya had all his best development.
For the first lap, anyway, yeah. And actually his only one. He doesn't really get a replacement, so.
Yeah, Madrex was... He was the...
Another incident of Tokyo Shows killing off their best villains right at the beginning. Madrex is cool. I love Madrex. He's got that vibe, you know? He just wants to run wild and cause chaos. That's what he do. He actually has a good relationship with his underlings. He's like, you know what, you guys did a decent job here. I'm gonna help you out. I like the cut of your jib and all that jazz. I don't know what more to say about him.
Honestly, Madrex was just fun. And I don't think you can get anywhere wrong with that.
Yeah. He also has, like, the best fights for a villain, I think. Like I love the fight with Sakito and Cannonborg, but Cannonborg doesn't really put up much of a fight there. Madrex actually puts up, like, a fight during his fights, which is great. And also, like, when he comes back later, when he gets revived, and it's like there's a whole arc where they're trying to get Madrex's memories back, and he eventually does, but he doesn't tell the team because he doesn't want to tell his minions because he doesn't want them involved in all that. So, he actually cares, man. He cares. And then he blows up, and you're like, why? Why did you need to blow up? Fuck this race.
Right? And yet, Madrex could have been the red, honestly.
You know what? Yeah, sure. Just steal the Morpher from Ty and just become Boon Red for the rest of the show.
Would have been a better choice, honestly.
Ugh. Bragg, anything specific about Madrex?
I like his drill stick.
His little dog gasoline can.
Yeah, that too.
Banana. Oh, I feel bad for that dog. That dog did nothing wrong. That dog just wanted to hang out with his master, you know, and just have a good time.
Do we ever get an explanation for why all the generals have a spirit animal?
Gas tank.
Nope. That's for Spindo, but I don't think
Honestly,
I don't know if Madrex was using it as the.
You can
gas
honestly
tank.
just say it is for all of them, because we ain't never going to
I think it was just a gimmick that they all had. They all just had a pet. Which, I mean, is fine. I like the dog, so. He just wanted to be with his master, and then he got turned into a hand. Yeah, that happens. I feel bad. I feel bad for him. Alright, that's Madarex. Cannonborg, I guess. Next up,
Frieza was fun. I think we talked about that earlier.
we did kinda.
Yeah.
I like that he's a very different villain from Madarex. Comparatively, like where Madarex was, he get out there and cause chaos all the time. Cannonborg was very like, nah, I'm gonna hang back and I'm gonna enhance all the monsters of the week from a distance and make things stronger that way. Um, and I actually, there was that great moment during when Cannonborg was going out, where we have like the flashes to Madarex and like Madarex is, and like Madarex was basically throwing shade at him like, dude, the reason I'm better than you is because I have a team with me and you're just alone, bro. You're just alone. You got nothing on me. Damn, Madarex was savage. But it worked. It works. It works so well. Oh.
So,
Anyone else? Anyone
no,
else
that's
want to
it.
talk
That's
about
it.
Cannonborg?
Well,
That-
that's
Honestly,
about
you're
it.
hitting the nail on the head for real. Oh, with that one. Look, I don't. It's funny when y'all hit the nail on the head. There's not much we can really add on to
I
it.
suppose, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're done with that. Cannonborg is after Cannonborg. We had
That was Disrace.
the forgettable one. He was kind of just like, ha 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 ha. can do things. And like,
I liked his shtick in the beginning.
he showed up
Like
and whooped on everybody. I thought something good was gonna happen.
right. He also suffers like the biggest nerf in the show. Like he shows up and he absolutely trashes Genba. Or was it whoever he trashes immediately with like all the portal shenanigans and his chain and all that. He does all this cool shit and then he just never does it again. Man got nerfed hard. Hard. I mean, you can say the same thing about Spindo, but damn. Damn, did this race get nerfed. And like, this race's major sin is just he's tied to Genba's story hard. They tie him hard to that. And it just drags. And it just drags down this race as well. Like, this race has a carrot. Like, he's probably the most evil of them because he, like, has the whole thing with Madarex and he's willing to sacrifice everybody. All the mooks and stuff. He's 100% planning on blowing Madarex up after he revives him. Yeah, he's like the evil one with the. He also has black magic. I don't know how his black magic works, but he has a snake that makes black magic. He just does things.
Yeah. And
He just kind of does things, and yeah, no real rhyme or reason to why he's doing things. And again, his major problem is that he just tied to Genba, which doesn't go anywhere. They could have built off each other, but they just drag each other down.
7 episodes of garbage. Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, now Space Michael Jackson and his underling and the government. Let's talk about the government real quick in Boonboomger. They suck.
All right, well, they're there.
The ISA
I get what they were
sucks.
trying to do, but they don't really do much. Like,
Greg, you want to rant on the government real quick?
Yeah, man. I do. You're the man, and they don't like it's like they introduce like they kind of dance around relatively early that the government's doing something. There's something going on here. I think by the time we'd hit Arc 2, they'd at least made allusions that
Yeah.
there's something going on here. There's mysterious shenanigans. By the time the Blue is introduced, really, that's his point. This is like, the government's trying to keep an eye on them, so maybe there's going to be an antagonistic relationship there. And like by the time we get to, the government has a plan, they're going to do a thing. and it's like, oh, we're just gonna capitulate and give the world to Space Michael Jackson
Yep.
in return for nothing?
Space influence?
Space influence, I guess. Um, like it's like shocking I mean, it's not the worst deal I've ever heard of. I mean, the California water rights deal from I think it was the 70s or 80s, where California basically signed over all its water rights to a couple private concerns who were supposed to manage it properly and then proceeded to just use it for their own use, is maybe worse, but not by much. Um, it's it's just kind of like, uh, why did you even do this? It doesn't. It's not like it makes the. It's not that it makes the government look bad. That's the problem. It's the fact that it's like there's no there. There's like no end game. There's no.
Right, you don't really get what the government is getting out of it.
Yeah.
know?
Like, I'm not clear on what they expected to obtain from this. Now it's like, oh, well, we were going to get technology. Well, why did you believe that they were going to give you technology? I don't understand. Like, when did they make it clear that this was going to happen? They don't show us enough of that developmental grunt work. They like the story of Boonboomger, the recurring theme of the show is the writers writing checks that they cannot cash, basically. It's like, oh, here's this thing, and they know the end result they want, but they have no idea how to get to the end result, so the end result just kind of happens. Or they start writing a thing like a conflict, and then it goes nowhere. Genba's is classic, where it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
you know the resolution has to be he fights Disrace, so why are we dicking around for 10 episodes? Why is he not actively going after this guy instead of just moping? We see him mope. He does try fighting him and gets bodied horribly one time.
Yep.
But it's like he's not. It's just very confusing to me. I don't know what was going on.
And
Anyway,
I'm also confused.
and if it sounds like I'm rambling incoherently about the show in a most incoherent manner, that's because the show rambles incoherently. It doesn't really make much sense.
And the worst part
Like-
is all the. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Continue. I have nothing. I have nowhere else to go.
No, like all the trash we're talking about the show itself still isn't bad. That's crazy. That's
No,
crazy.
it's not bad. It's just there's so much potential and it just doesn't live up to it. Like you can see the potential the show has. You can see where it is and it's so close. But it just doesn't even try to climb.
So, alright, yeah, the ISA, Space Michael Jackson, they were kind of in the same.
We didn't even talk about Space Michael Jackson. We just we just ranted about the government for a minute.
Yeah, they suck. ISA sucks. Space Michael Jackson, he cool. You like his aesthetic.
He is
like
cool.
his aesthetic.
He had a really good introduction. He had a really solid introduction.
Yeah, for sure.
It's such a shame that once he's actually on Earth, he just does nothing.
But
Once he's actually sitting on Earth, he's just hanging out, making deals in the back rooms with the government.
But he's
doing
so
nothing.
Cool.
But he's so cool while doing nothing. And he does body the team a couple times, but the actual final fight, he comes in, bodies him once, Boondario shows up, and then he just stands there. He just stands there and just like, all right, I'm gonna let you all do your speech and build up power. Yeah. And then he gets punched, and then he's like, why didn't you kill me? Because we want you to serve time for your crimes and go to space jail. He's like, nah, I'm just gonna die. What? And he turns to dust and dies. It's like,
Yes, I'll die.
okay.
Yeah. So baffling.
again, there's a lot of it's potential. There's a lot of cool things that they did. I love his design. His design is great. I love his monkey. His monkey did not deserve to get crushed in the jaws of a giant mechanical car shark.
Yeah,
Um,
like Monkey
and-
did nothing. Monkey did nothing wrong. They're
and
like, yeah,
that's
no, we're killing you now, and it's like,
it's like
hold up.
you come in. They come into the wedding. They kick the monkey off his shoulder and feed it to the mouth of the robot car shark. And you're just like, why? Why did we do that? Oh, the monkey was the source of your power. When did we say this? When was that established? What's going on?
Deep Michael Jackson lore. And Spindo didn't even he doesn't go giant either. He
No.
doesn't become a giant robot. He doesn't turn into a spaceship. Like
No,
he is the fakest moonwalker.
he does pilot a giant robot once. He does pilot one once
Oh, that's true. That's true. He
when
did
he kills
do that.
Bundario.
Yeah. He did the thing once.
Yeah, he
did
killed
the thing once.
Bundario, and we brought him back with the necklace from the movie that kind of forgot existed.
Somehow, because the
So-
necklace has no powers. We saw the
Kind of.
movie.
We kind of brought him back with the necklace. The necklace twinkled, but otherwise it's like
He
it was really just the people believing in Bundario. If the necklace had done it, then it would have served a purpose. But it's like, nah, Bundario just kind of happened. Kind of just comes back because
Yeah.
Because people were like, we're gonna bring him back. And he's like, okay, I'm back. I'm no longer dead.
Smiles of the children and all that.
Yeah.
Ultraman.
Yes. I suppose since we talked about Space Michael Jackson enough, we got to bring up his second in command, Grant's Risk. I
He
do
was
really
the
like his
butler.
design as well. He has a really cool design. I like his bowl thing. I like his umbrella gun. It's
was-
cool.
He was a butler. He was a strong butler.
Yeah, and he's actually intimidating. Like, especially he doesn't really get nerfed either. Like, he shows up, he's intimidating. Unfortunately, he does kill John Bovey, which I'm still sad about.
Yeah, there was that.
He shows up, he wrecks things, he actually gets work done while Spindo is sitting on his ass in the back rooms talking to the government. So I approve of Grant's Risk, and he gets the best final fight in the episode.
Yeah,
where he
because
talks
the
to
blue
Blue.
has to do something.
Right, Blue has to do something, so they throw Risk at him. And it actually, the actual fight itself works. I like that they try hard to give him some, like, character, backstory and all that jazz, as he is dying. But as Frag said before, you don't do that after the character's already dead. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
It's very,
Ugh.
very hard for me to take a character seriously when you've killed him already.
Yep.
Alright. Now that we're done there, who's next on the list?
I think we hit everybody.
Alright,
I think we hit all our characters.
Cool. Let's talk suits.
Let's talk suits. Okay.
Alright, I'm going first. I'm in the middle ground for you guys. Helmets were weird. They grew on me somewhat. I get it. Hubcap for car. Alright, fine. Tire faces. The actual racing suits, fine. They're fine. They're passable, right? Champion form. Best form. Keep those jackets. Them jackets should have been like the base suit. The base suit. They were just that good. They look so much better with the jacket. I wish they never took them off. Gosh, Moon Champion is awesome. Moon Red 119. Passable battleizer, firefighter thingy. Alright, but the champion suits, my favorites. They totally redeem the tire face. I'm sorry. I love
Now it's
Champion
your opinion,
form
you
so
speak
much.
your mind.
I love Champion so much. Those are favorite suits of the season. Hands down, bar none. The helmets are still weird, but I don't know. Just the awesomeness of the jacket makes it so much better. And Violet, since you kind of don't match the rest of the team and you're by yourself, You're cool too. I don't hate you. You're cool too, bro. That's all I got. Frag, you want to talk about the suits? You want to gush on the suits?
Yeah, no, I rather like the weird helmets. They're distinctive. They are ugly, but they are, you remember them, for better or for worse. Um, I really like the suits. They're, they don't look like they're velour. They look like they're practical.
Like kitten and stuff.
And yeah, the jackets are great.
You should buy the
Yep.
jackets, fellas. We should buy them, and then we meet up at the next Ranger Con.
We
with
all buy the
jackets.
jackets.
Yeah.
Do we buy different colors of jackets, or we all buy the same jacket?
No, different colors.
All right.
Alright, so.
Well,
alright,
we can't because we all want black. We would all go for Joe's jacket. We would all just buy Joe's.
Honestly?
Oh,
Alright, so
purple should have. I liked Purple's outfit as well. And he should have gotten a jacket. They were going to give him one, and then
Joe was such a man that for one episode he gave Violet a jacket. He loaned his jacket, and it showed why it worked. Thank you, Joe. I realize you couldn't just let him keep the jacket, but you gave him it for an episode, and I appreciate it.
Cause Joe's that guy. Alright, Jukebox. Oh yeah, Jukebox, you were talking about the suits.
Okay, the suits, the actual suits. I like the actual suits. The pit crew aesthetic, it works. I do think it's weird that the color doesn't go all the way down the leg. I get it, but this is one thing I remember from when the suits were first revealed. I feel like it could have helped stand them out, but it's fine. It's fine. The seatbelts as belt buckles, those work. Those are good. I don't mind having the tires on the back. I think that's fine. It's aesthetic. They do things with those tires. That's cool. And the tires on the feet, that also works very well. I think Purple's suit, actual suit, is very good. He reminds me of like being the actual driver. He's got the actual like Boonboomger, like the words on his jacket, and kind of reminds me like sponsored deals. Like they kind of did that with Drive type formula. Give me the same vibes there, so I dig that. Talking about suits, I think Vindario and Bundi, their suits work very well. I like their designs.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Cat, stop messing around by the cords.
I think all our villain suits, all our villains are fantastically designed. I love them all.
Get away from the cords. Get away from the cords. I don't want to spray her with the bottle because she's by the.
You gotta lay your foot down sometimes, Echo. Yeah, I'm just going to avoid. Alright. I hate the helmets.
It's okay to hate.
I hate the helmets. I cannot my brain is cutting out the top of the helmets every time I see them do anything in the show. Like I'm focusing like solely on where their lips are because I cannot look at the full helmet fakes on and take anything seriously at all. Violet's almost works because the actual tire bit is bigger than the hubcap, so it kind of looks like the tire bit is the actual visor. But then again, when you look at the full helmet, it just it's still a tire. I don't like it. It just looks ugly, and it does not look good. I don't think it will ever look good. I don't like it.
But now
I tried. I wanted to give it a chance. I think the show is good for the most part. There's a lot of good things to like about the show, but I hate the tires. I hate the tire on the head. It's just so ugly and so distracting.
It's okay. It's okay. Now, um, what's left? What is there left to talk about?
Um, action, I guess. The action, the fight scenes.
The fight scenes were dope. Solid 8 all around for every fight scene. I don't think there was any like.
Yeah, no, they did a lot of neat things with the tire gimmick.
They expand. Honestly,
The
shout
hollow
out to
tires.
shout out to Common Rider Drive because they expanded on what my boy
True,
brought out.
true. Drive did a lot of that stuff as well. So
Paved the
And
way.
he paved the way. Literally, because he had a Symmetra.
Honestly, that's why that's why I like Joe the most too. Because if you put Shinosuke and made him a ranger, that's who you get.
There is a lot of crossover between Joe and Shinosuke. I feel. Shinosuke is a bit more level-headed than Joe is, but that's fine.
He's also a bit more lazy than
True.
Joe is too. But yeah, honestly, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think.
Yeah, they did a lot of really cool action things. Sagito had a lot of really cool fights, especially when he first debuted. They played a lot with the speed. It really works.
Yeah. They used the hollow tires as well they could for certain scenes. They did a lot of speed movement with those tires.
Yeah, and they did a lot of creative things with the hollow tires as well, like using them as like not quite jetpacks, but like to recover from a fall when they get blown back and they have the tire spin. That's a really cool trick that they did.
Airbags.
Using it a lot defensively. Yeah. It works. I like their fighting style.
Yeah. Can't wait to see the Boonboomger return for the King Ultra crossover.
Yep. I can't wait to see the King Ultra's return for the King Ultra crossover.
Honestly, yeah. But like all in all, I don't think I have any. Greg, anything else we're missing here?
All right. And then the last thing, I think, it was just the mecha. We didn't really talk about the mecha.
I like the
Well,
mecha.
we kind of did, because our main mecha is Bundario. So.
Bundario and Beauty, yeah, we talked about them. Their combinations were fine. And like
yeah, it's a really simple gimmick when compared to a couple of the previous years. You basically have the one dude and he has a bunch of armaments.
Yeah.
Which work. They make it work.
It's not ugly either compared to like Shinkenger where they got the one mecha and then it just has a bunch of different armaments on top of it and then they do the let's put all the armaments together on it type deal. No, they didn't do that.
Yeah, they kind of did that a little with like just the finisher. I remember when they did with a Mundi. They had that big cannon attack.
Oh yeah.
That lasted for like a second. That wasn't like a full form.
Yeah, they did it like twice, I believe. It was cool.
Oh my god, it was fine. It was a neat gimmick, but I'm glad it wasn't like a main form that he went into. I do like in the early days he had all those like variations, and I wish we got to see more. Like there was the knight form and the builder form. Those are cool. I liked it. And monster form. Monster form was also a cool one.
Yeah.
Those are cool. I just wish we saw more of them later in the season, because later in the season, Yundi kind of takes over. Also using the previous Sentai things a lot to show off the DX Robo universe.
Yeah.
By these toys. And then obviously Bundario is just dead. He's just dead.
Yeah.
So we lose our main mecha for like the last arc of the show.
Crazy work. For like the last 5?
Yeah.
5 to 7 episodes? Yeah.
Something like that. Like he dies in 44, I think. So that's like
6.
4 episodes without him.
46? 46? I mean, we have altogether
48 total.
So yeah. Alright, cool. I thought he was dead for longer. My fault.
He's dead for a while. He's dead for a while. Especially considering it's the end of the show. He's dead for a while.
Alright. I think we covered the basics.
Oh, I forgot to mention Leo Rescue, and Leo Rescue's cool. I like Leo Rescue. I wish we got more Leo Rescue. And then the champion form. I like the truck. I like the fight that we had on the truck. That one episode where they were all Mad Max style. That was cool. I wish we would have got more of it. Champion form is all right. It's all right. It's a big super form for Gundario. It's okay.
Champion was
That's
cool. 'Cause
all you
it's
really
like,
got.
Champion was cool because the truck was cool.
Yeah. And I don't mind the helmet with the tire on the helmet in this one because it's not over his eyes. It's just like a head crest. Just have the tire be a head crest if you really must have the tire. Ah.
You know. All right. All in all, we talked a lot about the negatives of Boonboomger, but there was positives, and that was the villains, for the most part. And Black
That is thing. There is a lot of positives to like about it. As Frag says a lot, the micro writing, the episode to episode. There's a lot of solid single episodes in this show. Like if you just pick a random episode, you will almost certainly have a good time. It's just when you try to watch it as a season and expect it to have a coherent plot all the way through, that is when the show falls.
The BBG was definitely the misstep because like,
Especially that.
you tease us with that, and then you just like, yeah, no, we become the Fast and Furious, and then we do the BBG.
And then we have an end credits with the BBG, basically.
It's. All right. All in all, what ranking would you give Boonboomger? All in all.
Like a number?
Yeah. Before final thoughts.
High 6, low 7.
There. Frag, what about you? Because I know you gotta get ready.
Pretty similar.
Okay. Yeah. No,
Overall positive, but there's a lot of missteps.
Yeah. I think Boonboomger deserves a 7. Honestly, because it wasn't bad. Like I didn't hate it. It was enjoyable. It was just.
Right. I don't think any of us hated it. That's the thing. None of us hated the show.
There was just problems. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of potential that it just did not live up to.
Yeah. That and also, how do you feel about the returning cameos while we're on the subject?
I thought they were fun. They had like an episode each. The only one that really affected the plot in any way was Oranges. When the Future showed up. Otherwise, they were just they just showed up to be like, yo, remember this season? It's cool.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's fun. So.
Favorite cameo? For you would be Tokuger then, right?
you know me too well.
Yeah. Honestly, I like.
But I have a special bond with Tokuger though.
Yeah.
So it was fun to see Akira back. Akira and Wright actually.
Right, yeah, getting Wright back because he's popular. Him and Joe.
Yep.
Because remember Joe was in -1, so like Joe getting work. So it was cool to see him come back.
I also do like that when Joe came back. So the story behind the scenes story with Joe is he came back and I don't know if he brought the old jacket or he just had the old jacket.
He didn't want a new one.
But yeah, he didn't want the new. They offered him like, this old jacket it kind of looks bad now. You want a new jacket? And he's like, no, give me the old jacket. I want the old jacket.
Fun fact: him and Ty, his actor, are part of the same was it organization, acting organization or whatever?
Acting agency, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So they know each other.
Yeah. Frag, out of all the cameos, which one did you enjoy the most?
I haven't seen Tokuger, and I can't remember anything from Go-Onger, so they kind of bounced off me, I regret to say.
Okay, that's fair.
I didn't dislike any of them. I was just like, oh, I guess that was a thing. Maybe I'll understand if I watch the show.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know why we had so many cameos for this one season, to be honest.
Promote the toys.
I guess.
I like the Go-Under one the most, I think.
Yeah, the Go-Under one was really fun, honestly. It was like early in the show when the show was having a good time with itself. And he showed up and he did a lot. Sosuke. Showed up and he did a lot of really cool things.
I like his actor too, so.
Yeah.
He got a YouTube channel. Watch him. Watch Sosuke's YouTube channel. I forgot his actual name. I'm so sorry. I hate when I don't remember an actor's name, just the character name. Feels like a disservice. Yeah.
Also, Mock Alkin got married, apparently,
Yeah.
or he was getting married. We don't know to who though. I don't think that We don't know who the wife is. But
Maybe go on.
good on Mock Alkin, I guess.
Maybe in Go On 20 years later, we'll find out. This cat is attacking my feet. Alright. Ah! Shouldn't have hit that.
Echo, just to help you out, Yasuhisa Furuhara
Thank
is
you.
Go On Red. Yep.
Yeah,
no
watch
problem.
his YouTube channel. He's a cool dude. Slash race. And I believe that's pretty much it for Boonboomger. I'm not. We're gonna discuss this full length next episode, but how you guys feeling about Yozuger so far?
Oh, first impressions of Go Juger?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
That is a fair.
I want answers.
I'm super lost. Like, I don't think I've felt this lost watching a Sentai season in a long time. I'm very confused.
Okay.
That's not.
I just want to know who all those people were. That's just answer that one question and I'm good.
Yeah. And it's not like a bad thing per se that I don't understand what's going on.
It's literally the first episode, so I
Yeah.
expect something
So like I'm
different.
willing to roll with the punches, but I'm just like pretty deeply lost.
That's fair. All right. And
I mean, the fight was good. I like Kefka, so.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was cool. His robot was really cool. They lit shit on fire, which was cool. Well, hot, but cool.
This kid is attacking my feet. Girl.
We'll talk more about it next week. When we have a second episode under our belts.
So, sorry about the race being lost. This kid's attacking my feet. Golly.
Damn.
Alright, so I think this is the last thing I just want to cover for the Boonboomger review. How would you rank the Reiwa seasons of Sentai so far? I believe we did this with Gotchard.
Just overall.
Yeah, like where would you place them in terms of Reiwa from
okay.
Kira Major up till now?
King Oger is obviously peak for me. Boonboomger is at the bottom. Now, how do I sort the middle? I quite dig Kira Major, so I kind of want to put that as number 2 for me.
Okay.
And then, I'm probably going to get some hate from Frey. Zenkaiser, then Dawn Brothers. I don't know, Dawn Brothers has not stuck as well with me as I would have thought, but not that Dawn Brothers is bad. I think I just like Zenkaiser more as a off-the-wall Sentai season. So
Fair. Hey,
that's mine.
Oh, that's yours. All right. So, Frag, what about you, real quick?
Oh, Dawn Bros, King Oger, Zenkaiger, Kira Major, Boonboomger.
Okay.
In that order.
I see that. I see that. For me, right? Zenkaiger, because I just love how fun it is. King Oger right after, because that was peak. That was pure peak. Then Dawn Bros right under that. Then Kira Major. And Kira Major wasn't bad either. I just want that to be said. Then Boonboomger.
Yeah, no. I think the fact that our ranking is so varied is a good thing. Like, because like the only spot we can all agree on is Boonboomger's at the bottom. Sorry, Boonboomger. But otherwise, like, the fact that all of us had different rankings there is, I say, a very good sign for Sentai. Like,
Sentai,
it's been on
Reiwa
fire.
Sentai has been on fire. Definitely been on fire. But again, Boonboomger wasn't bad. should definitely watch it. Everybody in chat now on YouTube, you should watch it. It's not a bad season. It's just stuff didn't live up to what was set. The presidents, the not presidents, the precedent that was set early on wasn't met for us, which is why we feel the way we feel. But it's not a bad show. Definitely watch it. Definitely watch it. All right, that wraps up our review of Boonboomger. Not bad, not bad. Can't really think of anything else to talk of here. So next week, okay, we'll get back into our regularly scheduled programming. Uh,
Yeah.
we now have Gil Zuger to look forward to. Shout out to Taya
Yep.
for
Yep.
being in episode 1 and I guess episode 2. Shout out to
And
you.
also having more character than he did in the entirety of the season that he was the main character for.
Crazy. It's crazy work, bro, but it's true. Uh, Crazy work, but true. And we'll talk more about how good Gav is so far because Gav is might be the best of the Reiwa era for writer. Don't drop the ball, please.
Yeah,
Please, Gav.
it's been a really solid ride so far. I've been I don't know. I didn't really like a lot of the scans and whatnot that we were getting before it came out, and then it's like, oh, this is about drug addiction. This is about, family murder. This is about cannibalism.
So
This is
double.
about it's there's overlap there. It's so far so good, you know. I was going and I mean, okay, I was going into it with lowish expectations, but it's been not only good, it's been downright excellent.
Yeah.
It's making some fairly ugly forms and suits look pretty great.
Mm. All right,
I
but with
don't like the
this,
candy form. Sorry. I want to like the candy form. I cannot like the hard candy form.
that's okay.
That's fair.
All right, but that wraps it up, guys. Appreciate y'all sticking around for as long as y'all did. We got off side tangents. We got on some tangents a little bit, but all in all, Boom Boomger solid 7. Give it a watch. Again, regular scheduled programming next week. Hopefully, we'll get to the trope episode because I said we'll do it again. We'll see how that goes. All right, catch y'all later. And thanks Sega for let hooking the boy up with the beta. I got a code.
Yeah.
They didn't directly give it to me, but
Oh,
I'm glad
I
I
mean, I
met
mean, the
the
game
seller.
looks good so far. Other
I'm,
than the part where you didn't drive on the road. But other than that.
Yeah, you
yes,
became ungovernable for a bit, and that was pretty cool.
Sega, please do another beta. Do another beta. Because these just this weekend isn't gonna help. You're gonna need another beta with more characters. Other than that, that's it. Let everybody just have their base card and go from there. All right, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got. Catch y'all next
Forgot
time.
that Monhun Wilds is coming out this week. Ugh.
Ooh, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, Wilds. Right. Yeah.
Has anyone played Avowed? Is it any good?
I have not played
Uh,
Avowed.
Joy played it, but I haven't.
I have not really heard anything about how good or bad Avowed is, so.
Because I see
But
Obsidian Studios, and I'm like, or I see Obsidian Entertainment, and I'm like, obviously this is good, but I don't know how they are in the wake of being acquired by Microsoft, because I have concerns.
Yeah.
fair.
5 more days till I have a game that'll be trying to absorb all my time when I have no time. I get it. I get it, Monhan. I get
Yay.
it.
Time consumption.
Yeah. Anyway, good times. It's
Good
super
times.
late, and
Yeah.
I have to leave for work in a couple hours,
Oh
so
gosh,
I'm
go
gonna
get
go
go
get
go
some
go
sleep.
go go. We'll catch you
When
guys
I say
later.
a couple, I mean like 6, but
Still, still.
All
Get
right,
you
yeah,
some
yeah.
coffee in the morning too. All right, we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Echo into stream.
No,
Bye.
he's still streaming.